Bam, 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 guys. We are live from KimbroNator's headquarters here. Do we have a game tonight or what? Did you guys get to see the All-Star Game home run derby last night? Thumbs up in chat if you got to see it. What did y'all think about the performance? It was one to remember for sure. Outside the national anthem, of course. I'm not sure what happened there. Let me get my chat window moved over here so I can see you guys. There we go. We can see it. Make sure we can hear it. We have a great game tonight, guys. All-Star Game. American League versus National League. Now, this All-Star Game doesn't have the same implications that they used to have. So, it doesn't decide home field advantage for the World Series. Sorry, guys. My nose has been running like crazy. These allergies are kicking in this time of year for me. But let's dive in and look at the odds for this game tonight. According to the odds, as of 2 hours ago, those of you guys that like to bet, AL versus NL on the money line. The American League is negative 115. The National League is negative 105. American League by 1.5 points. The over-under is 7.5. 7.5 for the over-under. AL have won 9 of the past 10 All-Star games. Did you hear that correctly? The American League has won 9 of the past 10 All-Star games. The NL has averaged 4 runs per game in all 93 prior All-Star games, guys. 4 runs per game in all 93 games. Some pretty crazy statistics there, I would say. And in the description, I put some other brief facts that you guys can look on the channel here. Those of you that are checking into it, we have the starting lineups for the American League. The National League is listed in my description of this stream here if you want to click into that. As well as we have them here on the screen here right in front of you now. Who's won more games? American League or National League? Well, the stats come out to be the American League has won 47 of 44 games and there have been 2 ties. Not bad, huh? Guys, let me grab some more ice. I need to get me some more ice. This is going to be a long game. Hang tight here in chat. Be right back. I'm going to get some more ice for my cup to chew on. My throat is dry. Be right back. See if Botrix has joined the channel. Oh, left my headset over here. There we go. Got fresh ice and my cups. I love these cups here, guys. These are by far my favorite cup. They change colors, as you can see on camera. Oh, they're just go-to. You can get them off Amazon. They're called the TAL cups. Just my favorite go-to cup right now. What number of likes do we want to grab on this stream? We want to get as many as we can get, guys. That is the goal. The more likes, the better the stream does, the more it pushes out. So keep hitting that like button on the stream if you're new here. You only hit it one time. This gets it out to more and more people to get in here with us. So game's fixing to start here in a little bit. I think we got a good game on our hands tonight. Let's see if the radio feeds come up yet. Should be getting close. Nothing yet. Still have about 18 minutes before this game goes live. Alrighty, my friends. Game time. Burnes versus Skenes is the pitchers duo tonight. Who's going to win? NL versus AL. Don't forget to vote in the poll. We have 9 votes in the poll. You guys are leaning to the American League for the win. Nothing new yet. Let's see here. See if there's anything on Twitter or X now. Whatever. It keeps changing. Every time you get used to it, it changes something different. Alrighty, we got something here we can show. Here's some stuff here they're showing. The intense training of Ugandan baseball player Dennis Kasumba. It's gone viral. I haven't seen what this is about. And then, of course, the national anthem blunder last night. You know, the singer Ingress came out today and announced that she was intoxicated during the performance last night. So you can see what she says right here. I'm not going to repeat that. I'll let you guys read this little part right there, what she says. Happened to her last night. I don't know if I buy that. Ohtani, look at him dressed up. Look at his suit. He's got dogs in his suit. Pretty crazy. Oh, here's I don't know if it's gonna play since. Oh, I've got my audio messed up again. If anybody remembers Meatloaf, there's his. The 1994 30 years ago, baby. He's off tune. That kid don't know what he's just witnessed right there. For sure. Yeah, here's a closer up of Ohtani's sport coat. Looks pretty sweet. I got to give him props to that one. I guess this is his dog. I don't know. Suit has his dog Decoy on the inside. His name is Decoy. Decoy is his dog's name. Wow. We're getting closer to the kickoff of this, guys. They're changing the field look here, as you can see. They're getting something ready for sure. See if the radio is kicked in yet. Not hearing anything yet. Hope you're doing great today, guys. Tuesday, July 16th. NCAA football's dropped in the first in 10 years. Is it hard to believe it's been that long since they had a new NCAA football game? Yes, it has been crazy. They may be waiting until closer to time, so they're still doing warm up as we speak. Let's check on some more Twitter, see what else is happening on Twitter. All right, we got some audio now.
Maker you think that might be traded?
Garrett Crochet of the White Sox is going to be traded. All-star, he's here, he's big, he's physical, he's left-handed. There are concerns among buyers about how many innings he's thrown so far this year. But you know what? Maybe a pennant contender adds him, he makes a few starts, and then shifts to the bullpen, something that he can do. Yeah, I think he's going to be the guy most talked about between now and the deadline.
Yeah, left-hander who
Cowboy
maybe for a month, but a 1.61 ERA since the month of May. Well, coming up next on Baseball Tonight, we'll get you back out to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. You will hear the starters introduced as we get set for the 94th MLB All-Star Game. You're listening to the Major League All-Star Game on ESPN Radio.
Oh, this is pretty cool here. I remember this when Ted Williams was honored.
Game of the 20th century.
The all-century team was really, really cool. And at one point I was looking out and seeing all the great players across many different eras.
Hank, Aaron, Willie,
Just seemed like the perfect environment. It was totally a surprise to me to have Ted come down the right field line. And when you just looked over, you were just caught in the moment.
He was the last man to hit 400 in a season. Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest hitter that ever lived, Ted Williams.
For all we knew, we were supposed to be standing still right along the first and third base line, and spontaneously everybody just gathered around him. That was just such a cool moment. I had a pretty special relationship with Ted Williams. I got to talk to him for the very first time when I was a rookie for the Red Sox. The relationship
What is up, Daniel?
really just blossomed from there. You know, Ted, when he was out there, players are shaking his hand. I hear him saying, where's the kid? Where's the kid? And I know he was looking for me. And I said, here I am, Ted, right here. And he says, there's my guy.
there's my man right here. You're going to be everybody's man, boy.
Of course, I was very blessed to have him and fortunate to have him come to my house when I was a kid and give me like a private hitting lesson.
He hits the ball good. Damn, this kid looks good. He really looks good.
We're always trying to measure up to that level. I think we all became little kids again.
You kind of forget for a second that it is the All-Star Game. It was just like you were sitting in Ted's living room.
Just an incredible impromptu hang session with the greatest hitter that ever lived.
I know for me, always just brings a smile on my face. Remember the one where Ted Williams came out and then everybody gathered around? That was it. That was the one.
That was the one, baby.
To the game of baseball. And a moment that none of us will ever forget.
The Ted Williams. Look at this pitching outfit. He's getting ready. I guess that's some sort of weight. Getting it loose, guys. Getting it loose.
Oscar Hernandez is your 2024 T-Mobile Home Run Derby champ.
Who's going to win the home run derby?
Oscar.
Great answer.
The kid was right. They're all dressed up, man, coming to the game. This is pretty cool. Squirrel, look at the squirrel. This was at the Yankees game. I remember seeing highlights of this. Falls off the wall into the field. Look at him fly. Boom. Then he takes off for his run. Let's see what
two jumps that are my house that they sit me down to watch you play. Kid, I gotta say this. You are so much fun to watch.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Like I have two jumps that are my house that they sit me down to watch you play. Kid, I gotta say this. You are so
The Dodgers. Look at the Dodgers there. Look at Gunner showing up in the Undertaker outfit. The Mariners drafted the switch-handed pitcher. First round, 15th. Could you imagine facing him? You wouldn't know what to do. Look at the wild cat. Jumped up in the bleachers and took off. Alrighty, guys. We'll get back to this here. Any moment, we'll be able to start the 3D animation of this. Look a little bit better here. Bum bum. It's a few minutes to this game, this first pitch, guys. So don't forget to vote in the poll. We got 9 votes in the poll. Get your votes casted. We have a great game coming up, guys. AL is batting bottom, so NL will lead it off. Don't give up. Just a couple minutes before this first pitch is coming up, guys. So keep hitting that like button on the stream if you have not already. That's the best way to boost and support this stream. It gets it out to more and more people. So hit that like button. We've got a great game tonight, guys. It's the MLB All-Star Game 2024 at that. Here we go, guys.
The All-Star Game. We're getting set for the introduction of the starters for our 94th MLB All-Star Game. Let's head it over to Joe Davis doing the PA address for Fox.
For the National League, as announced by the manager from the reigning National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks, Torey Lovullo.
There you go. I gotta turn that down a little bit, guys.
Leading off, it's his second baseman from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Ketel Marte. Designated hitter from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Third shortstop from the Philadelphia Phillies, Trey
Phillies.
Turner. First baseman from the Philadelphia Phillies, Bryce Harper.
Harper.
Fifth, and in the bullpen, the catcher from the Milwaukee Brewers, William Contreras.
William Contreras.
The right fielder from the Milwaukee Brewers, Christian Yelich. Seventh, third baseman from the Philadelphia Phillies, Alec Bohm.
Alec Bohm.
Fielder and home run derby champion from the Los Angeles Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez.
Home run derby champ.
Playing left field from the San Diego Padres,
Jerickson Profar. Ex-Ranger.
Up in the bullpen, the starting pitcher for the National League from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Paul Skenes.
Paul Skenes. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Keep those votes coming in, guys.
Starting lineup for the American League. Announced by the manager of the reigning World Series champion. It's Bruce Bochy.
Bruce Bochy. They gotta do something about the music.
Off and playing left field from the Cleveland Guardians, Stephen Kwan. Second, the shortstop from the Baltimore Orioles, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
And in right field from the New York Yankees, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
man in center field from the New York Yankees.
Who else, guys?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Designated hitter from the Houston Astros, Yordan Alvarez.
Oh, man, they're booing him. Listen to that.
Cleveland Guardians, Jose Ramirez. From the Toronto Blue Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
There he is.
Warming up in the bullpen, catcher, the Baltimore Orioles, Adley Rutschman. The second baseman from your Texas Rangers, Marcus Semien. Starting pitcher for the American League from the Baltimore Orioles, Corbin Burnes.
There you go. Burnes, who will match up with Paul Skenes, the starting pitchers for the AL and the NL, respectively, just announced seconds ago at Globe Life Field for the 94th MLB All-Star Game. Right now, we're going to pause 10 seconds for state.
There we go, guys. So it's about to get kicked off here, our first pitch. So be sure to get your drink, popcorn ready. We got a great one ahead of us, guys. Stay tuned. Hit the like button if you have not already on the stream. We're sitting at 7 likes. 7 likes on the stream.
ESPN Radio is brought to you by NHTSA. If you drive over the speed limit by a little or a lot, you could hurt somebody. Paid for by NHTSA. Mark Kestisher, Buster Olney with you. Baseball tonight before the 94th MLB All-Star Game. Carl Ravitch and Doug Glanville will have our call in just a moment. ESPN has recently launched
We have the 3D action coming up here shortly, guys, so hang tight. As soon as they make it live, we'll make it live here for you guys as well. Any moment, guys, we'll have the first pitch here. The 94th Major League Baseball All-Star Game in Globe Life Park and Texas Stadium. Texas Rangers Stadium at that. I hope you are doing great today and have had an awesome day. Fix to get better with some great baseball coming up. So be sure to reach out and tell somebody you love them too, guys. They're at commercial break right now, so as soon as it goes live, we'll bring it back in the radio feed with the 3D feed here. I'm looking forward to this one, guys. A different way to watch baseball at that. So don't forget to cast your votes. I've got 11 votes right now in our poll. NL, the odds are for the AL. You can see here at the top of the screen. You can see right here, the odds are right here. Bum, 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 bum. Well, there you get a lot of commercials going on. They had all the pregame ceremony. That's why it's a little bit delayed. So you haven't missed anything yet if you're just tuning in. We're getting there, guys. Getting there shortly. So I'm muting these commercials so you don't have to listen to them for you. Wow. Here we go, guys. I think the radio fix has come back.
All-Star teams, we welcome you here to Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. Always a special night. Such an amazing array of Major League Baseball talent on one field at one time. And Doug, this is another one of those where you just sort of know there's going to be moments in this game people will remember the rest of their lives.
Well, you think about the players on the field, and they got here because they've done so many things at an exceptional level. And they've defied odds, they've climbed mountains, and just that personality that sort of fits into the greatness of these players, you know you're going to see something special at any given moment, and that's the fun we have.
We've talked a lot about how this is a sport that's in a very good place when it comes to the players, and in this year's All-Star Game, 39 first-timers, not because they're all young. It's guys like Jurickson Profar who've played a whole bunch of years that all of a sudden find themselves in their first All-Star Game. But I do think the highlight is the guy that's going to be on the mound for the National League, and a couple of shortstops, one who starts for the American League, both who participated in the home run derby last night in Gunnar Henderson and Bobby Witt Jr.
Well, you talk about talent, and you mentioned the youth movement around some of those first-timers. I mean, Paul Skenes was in college like last week, it seems, right? So that just tells you about the game's evolution, because you know, you say, okay, well, if you're ready, you're going to get the chance. Yep. That's it, like boom. And the excitement of these young players also draws in so many young fans to see themselves in the possibility, right? These guys were down the street from you at high school the other week, and now they're on the biggest stage.
Right. So the way it works, the two managers from last year's World Series teams, Bruce Bochy with the Rangers and Torey Lovullo with the Arizona Diamondbacks, managed the All-Star Game in the year after. Even more unique, obviously, is the fact that we are at the home of the Texas Rangers. So Bruce Bochy is as comfortable
it's a home
as
game for him
in these environments, and he's got a couple of Rangers now on his team. Corey Seager was called up, Marcus Semien as well. But a unique circumstance for a guy who's now managing his fifth All-Star Game.
Well, we asked him before the game just about comparing that first one to today, and he said he was just a blur. You know, the first year, so much was going on. The game with Ted Williams on the field, everything was just happening quickly. But now it's slowed down. He's actually giving advice for Torey Lovullo on the other side, and he's just won a championship after coming out of retirement. So this is fitting for him that the All-Star Game is literally at his home field.
Yeah, that was an interesting comment from Lovullo when he was asked, who did you reach out to ask about this experience? And he said, the guy on the other side, Bochy, who has as much experience in this as anybody. There haven't been many that have managed this many All-Star games. You know, and for Bochy and for Lovullo, it's a balancing act, right? Doug, you ideally would like to win the game. There's no home field advantage in the postseason associated with it. It's an exhibition. It's an exhibition featuring the best players on the planet. What is the ultimate goal, you think, for the two managers?
Well, they both underscored having fun. They certainly want them to lock in about trying to win this game. But they also know that you may never come back here. You know, this is your moment. Their family's here. You have to soak it in. And Torey Lovullo in particular was saying that, how important that was.
The American League All-Stars will take the field first, and they're taking the field in rather unique uniforms this season. It is a khaki-colored base uniform with neon pink/orange on the sleeves and the hat.
I wish I had one of those jerseys.
Bruce Bochy, when you walked into his office, as comfortable as he looks, almost looked as if he was wearing pajamas.
Yeah, I mean, they want to be comfortable, and it is 195 degrees outside. So
195.
You think of Texas
it feels like that.
But it looked real comfortable, like
sure
just slacks, like.
And he can make it feel that way when you talk to him. American League is across the front of the chest, and Corbin Burnes has made his way to the top of the mound. He will, of course, get the start. What a phenomenal week it's been for Corbin Burnes and his wife. They just gave birth to two twin girls on Friday, Charlotte, Harper. So he wasn't here and flew in a little bit later than everybody else, but he gets the nod. Tarek Skubal, who will likely see second for the American League, was another one of the pitchers that they had an opportunity to start, but Bruce Bochy wanted to give it to the 29-year-old Corbin Burnes, who has made 19 starts this year to the tune of a 2.43 ERA. And he and the Orioles have been at the top, if not in the top, of the American League East almost the entire season.
Well, Corbin Burnes was such a big acquisition. This guy has got such a pedigree and, you know, good command, great command this season. And the cutter is the bread and butter. He'll throw it half the time to lefties. Very comfortable where he can locate it. Curveball,
no kidding.
Changeup, and sinker. This guy will get you to chase out of the zone. He's big with runners in scoring position. And if lefties try to pull him, you're pretty much out.
And, of course, with the Brewers, so he's got some experience against the National Leaguers he'll see. He's going to be throwing to Adley Rutschman to start this game, and his defense behind him has Jose Ramirez of the Guardians at third base. Gunnar Henderson looks over his right shoulder when he's on the field during the regular season and sees him at shortstop. Marcus Semien of the Rangers will play second base, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. is at first.
I think we got a great game, guys, coming up, so don't forget, hit that like button on the stream.
Big Aaron Judge is in center field. Juan Soto, his Yankee teammate, is in right. And the first man that he will face will be Ketel Marte of the Diamondbacks.
All right, we got the 3D lineup going here, guys.
From the right side. Told you about the uniforms for the American League. The National League.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
Aqua blue at the shoulders. And Marte,
You got it.
during batting
Let's try it
practice
again.
yesterday, was hitting balls
It takes this thing a minute
480
sometimes.
feet. This was a phone call at a meeting that Torey Lovullo loved to let his own Arizona Diamondback know you will be leading off the All-Star Game. And we are set for the first pitch of this 2024 All-Star Game. And it's delivered by the righty, and it's a fastball that misses high and away.
All right, I'm going to get it synced
The All-Star
up.
Game. And we are set for the first pitch of this that Torey Lovullo loved to let his own Arizona
get it synced here
Diamondback
for you
know
guys.
will be leading off the All-Star Game. And we are set for the first pitch of this 2024 All-Star Game. And it's delivered by the righty, and it's a fastball that misses at the belt. And he delivers to Marte, tries to check his swing.
I'm going to try to get it live caught up here.
But that's called a strike. James Hoy, crew chief,
didn't have time to cut.
Marte with that back foot on the back line. Hits one on the ground, fielded on one hop to his left, Guerrero. And the first baseman flips to Burnes covering, and there is one down.
Well, Burnes is definitely going
knock it out of the park.
Really
That's right,
pitches
Football
off of the
Nation, my
cutter.
friend.
That's his velocity.
Let's go, baby.
Pitch, and he's unafraid to use it any count.
How are
but
you
then it
doing,
sets up
Mario?
the secondary pitches.
Hope you're doing great.
Right
Let me.
there, he
I gotta
got what he
fix
was
mine.
looking for.
Look here.
So of the many matchups you look forward
Finally
to
got
seeing,
this thing
anyone
live.
that features Shohei Ohtani will be on that list. And it is Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. The Los Angeles Dodgers just hitting this year, not pitching, and putting up MVP-type numbers. He'll bat from the left side, of course, and Burnes is at the belt. And here's the pitch to Ohtani.
There
and that
we
gets
go.
a corner of the plate, a cutter at 95, 0-1.
Ohtani had a monster June, as many of these players have had, just to be in consideration, but 12 home runs in
Holds
June.
that bat up high. Doug, next one inside, and he missed with a fastball. It is 1-1. He is throwing in the upper part of the strike zone to Shohei Ohtani, who comes in hitting .316, 23 doubles, 4 triples, 29 homers. The 1-1 on the way with one out, and a swing and a miss. Another cutter, that one at 95, in on his fists.
Now that is a tough pitch to hit because it starts on that inner third, and then it takes that sort of left turn into the left-handed hitter. And Ohtani takes his swing, and then all of a sudden, halfway through, you can see him turn it into a defensive swing.
As subtle as Rivera's cutter was, Burnes has a lot more movement. He's ready to go on a 1-2 to Ohtani. He missed away. He went with a changeup at 89 miles an hour.
Yeah, lefties, he throws a little bit less in terms of certain pitches. So his sequence goes up in the cutters, but
He's having a little bit of bandwidth issues. It's coming back now.
That changeup.
So the count 2-2 with one down, just underway in the All-Star game, and he missed badly inside with a curveball, and now a full count to Shohei Ohtani. The Philadelphia Phillies trade Turner, the shortstop, is on deck. The outfield, of course, deep against this guy, and Ramirez, the third baseman, is playing where Henderson would usually play at short. 3-2 pitch.
And he walks him.
That is ball 4, and he lost Ohtani, who will head down to first base.
Give up on it, and then he'd catch the corner, but it was just too wide.
So Ohtani reaches via the walk. He's got 23 stolen bases this season, and now Turner, the shortstop, will bat with a man on, and a phenomenal year for the Philadelphia Phillies shortstop. Ohtani doesn't go. First pitch, swung on and driven to center. Coming in on it is Aaron Judge, and it's a lazy fly ball, and Turner on one pitch is retired for the second out.
Well, Turner's very consistently attacking on the first pitch. He's always searching, trying to get the barrel to the ball. He got a little jammed on that one and didn't get much behind it.
Bryce Harper
So 2 down
up
now.
a little bit towards the All-Star break and had come back actually after a leg injury. And then he hurt his hand fielding a ground ball, so he sat out a game. He did play in the final game before the break, and now he steps in as the cleanup hitter with Ohtani at first.
2 down.
Then Burnes looks over at the belt, fires to Harper. Breaking pitch in there for a strike, curveball at 79 miles an hour.
It looks like Burnes is getting a couple inches off the plate outside the lefties, and he's absolutely going back there. I mean, why not?
8th All-Star appearance for Bryce Harper.
0-1
He rests the
count.
bat on his shoulder, now lifts it. He's ready for the pitch. It's a good one, a cutter at 95.9 in there for a strike.
95.
And he moves ahead of Harper, 0-2.
Oh, and Ohtani, by the way, a phenomenal base stealer this year. Just keep your eyes on him, whether he tries to take a base here.
23 of those. What will he do to Harper on the 0-2? Burnes ready, delivers, and Harper sends one the other way on a line. Now on the ground, fielded by the left fielder, Kwan. Ohtani to third, Harper into second with a stand-up double. What a piece of hitting by Bryce Harper. He took a cutter up and away and slapped it down the third baseline. Ramirez was in the shift towards short. Nobody was there to get it. It's second and third with 2 outs.
I mean, that is absolutely a great piece of hitting because that's a pitch that's hard to not give up on. It looks like it's outside and it's cutting back in. He was anticipating it and he still couldn't get a full swing behind it, so he punched it the other way. and absolutely got barrel all the way through.
Here's the chance now for the Milwaukee Brewers catcher, William Contreras. Ohtani at third, Harper at second. Burnes trying to work out of this jam with 2 down. First pitch down the middle, a cutter, 96.5, and it's 0-1. Really good year, of course, for Contreras. 55 RBIs, 11 home runs, and very consistent. Next pitch, and he fouls that right at the plate off the screen behind him to his left. And here's Corbin Burnes ahead again, 0-2. He had Harper 0-2. He got ahead of Ohtani, ended up walking him.
He's very tough with 2 strikes. That is one of his strengths.
Next pitch from Burnes, that's down. Adley Rutschman went out to catch it, and he did. No swing from Contreras, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
What's interesting with Rutschman, we saw this at the recent Yankees-Orioles game. He likes to backhand it, even on a scoop. Now, you can see it if someone's going to run, but in this case, you want to block it. But he actually just throws it like a scoop, like a first baseman. And sometimes, if it takes a weird hop, it kicks off the glove. We saw that actually this past weekend.
Ohtani, big lead at third. Harper after a double, off at second. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And that one is down as well. He went with a sinker and he missed. And we're even up at 2-2.
99 miles an hour.
2-2.
You talk about emptying the tank.
Well, if he's doing that, what is Skenes' first pitch going to be?
1-0-12. I already told you that.
1-0-12.
I mean, that's what we're getting.
1-0-12 or 1-12?
Yeah,
so 1,012.
Yes.
Okay.
1,012.
2-2 pitch, 2 on, 2 down. And he again missed inside with a curveball. So Corbin Burnes ahead 0-2 against both Harper and Contreras.
And Contreras, one thing he already, when he burst on the scene into the league, so good hitting the ball to right field. He's got a lot of power to the opposite field.
Big pitch on the way. Payoff 3-2. Grounder fielded by Burnes on 1 hop. He will take several steps over to first, underhanded to his teammate Guerrero, and as Contreras was
Bum, bum. Well, guys, first inning is out of the way. 1 hit by Bryce Harper. Stranded 2 runs. So now the AL's time. What can they do? Don't forget we got the poll going in chat. Make sure to drop your votes in the poll. And don't forget to hit the like on the stream if you have not already. All right, in between innings now. Will the National League get some runs? Or American League, I mean. I don't know why I said the National League. Will they get some runs here? Go. Knock it out of the park. So we got 16 votes. We got some more votes coming in for the NL. Bum bum. Here we go. We're coming back to radio feed here in just a second. Keep your votes coming in, guys, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up on the stream if you have not yet.
22 years young. He is a big guy at 6'6", 235, throws from the right side. Drafted number 1 overall last year out of LSU after they won the College World Series. What an opportunity he has here. Stephen Kwan leads things off, and the left-hander swings.
Trying to get it caught up.
At the first one and sends it sky high backwards and into.
But Kwan's like, I am not.
0-2. He has thrown 75 pitches already this season at 100 miles per hour or more. He's only started 11 games, and he's ahead 0-2. And that next one is grounded foul off the third baseline. He threw him a sinker.
That's the thing. Four-seamer, splitter, slider, curveball, changeup.
First All-Star game for the Guardian, and this time it's put up in the air. A mile high.
Kwan is a tough outfield.
Turn.
Four-seamer, splitter, slider, curveball, changeup.
First All-Star game for the Guardian, and this time it's put.
I'm sure it's next to impossible, but he has so many other good pitches. That's the thing. Four-seamer, split.
Under it, about 15 feet in the center field area, and Kwan is retired for the first out.
I think we got it closer now.
Kwan is a tough out. This guy has had such a great year, and he's a very tough strikeout as well. So that's a good start for Paul Skenes.
Skenes, again, those 11 starts is tied for the fewest by an All-Star game starter. There have been a handful of other rookies to start. Gunnar Henderson will bat from the left side, the shortstop of the Orioles. And that first pitch from Skenes is in there, another sinker at 94 miles an hour. Up, and he swings right through it.
Try to catch it live.
99 miles an hour. So after his sophomore year, he transferred to LSU, pitched 1 year there, was electric, and helped them win a College World Series. Selected number 1, has a couple of starts this year for the Pirates, 6 and 7 innings, and he didn't give up a hit. He missed with that next one, and that one did hit triple digits, 100 mile an hour, fastball up and away. He's working quickly to Henderson.
Yeah, he's just showing him something here. Check it out.
Next pitch, and a slow roller. Skenes off the mound, and he fires to first base as he came in about 15 feet through a side armor over to first baseman Bryce Harper to get a very speedy runner in Henderson, and there are 2 down.
Well, as you can see, I mean, you can try to sit on that four-seamer, but he only threw it 38% of the time this season. I mean, he has splitters, and so you have to still be mindful that he's pitching out there. He's going to actually try to hit his spots and use his secondary pitches.
Well, this
change
is
it to higher quality to see what this does.
Battle here as Juan
doesn't work,
Soto
I'll switch it back.
Skenes' first one, a weird swing from Soto on a sinker. Now, how many times have you seen Juan Soto look out at the pitcher, shake his head like, okay, I saw that. That wasn't a very convincing look to the pitcher, like, yeah, I think I got it. He's ready on the 0-1, and he throws one way outside on a slider. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, see the Soto shuffle in effect, but that one was tough. I mean, Soto's great hitter, great eye, gets on base at will, it seems.
Aaron Judge on deck. That's the matchup so many want to see, and he missed there with a sinker, and Soto punches that right hip of his. That's how he lets you know he's feeling comfortable, not out of balance, and the count goes to 2-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Next one from Skenes, swing and a miss, 93 mile an hour sinker. And for a guy that makes great contact, has a great eye, Doug, he missed that swing by quite a few inches.
By a lot. I mean, it's really like a splitter. I mean, this is the thing, and you know, 30% of the time plus he throws it, but the key for him is the location. Those are at the knees.
The famous splitter. Sinker, splinker. Next pitch. Soto pops it up and out of play right behind home plate to stay alive. And that was another 100 mile an hour four-seam fastball.
Well, it's amazing that Soto got a piece of that. He's been out in front so much, and you think he'd start to be like, all right, let me stay back. and then he gets the 100, but he fouled it off.
Fourth All-Star game for Soto and his first start. Next one from Skenes. That is off the plate. Soto does a great job to check his swing.
Yeah, he's pounding that hip like, stay back, stay back, stay back.
3-2. If he walks, we'll see Skenes versus Aaron Judge. Skenes is ready. Here it comes. Inside, misses, goes to the backstop, and Juan Soto has afforded the opportunity we've been waiting for, hoping for. Paul Skenes against Aaron Judge.
William
What's going to happen?
Missed that last strike, and it showed up on the zone that it might have been even in there, but he was set up away, and he had to reach back in, or set up at least middle, and he just missed it. And that
one hop. Bohm will go to second, and well, that was anticlimactic. We waited for that matchup, and one pitch, a one
pitch
to the third baseman Alec Bohm, who went to second.
Did you find everything you needed?
Yes.
All right, guys. We're through 1. 0-0. No hits for the AL. We got due up looks like Yelich for the National League. Burnes is back out. So don't forget, guys, if you're new here, hit the thumbs up on the stream. It's the best way to support the stream. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I appreciate it if you could help out with that. Getting ready to come back in here, guys. They're warming up right now.
They're calling the game from high above the field. Globe Life. We're about 5. What do you think? 5 stories up here, Doug?
11. I think we're 11 stories.
11:02 stories up here. Tarek Skubal, the left-hander, now on the mound. Burnes out of the game. He will pitch. And the first man he faces in the second is Christian.
Had some tough years. He wins the MVP and started to really struggle, but now he's up there in average and on-base percentage.
Yep. Skubal tried to take something off that, and he just missed.
In the league leading that as well. His strikeout percentage
it's hard to get it.
He's been consistent.
Keep up with this live here. I'm trying my best for you guys.
Last pitch, a slider away. This one is in there. A slider at 88. Low and away to Yelich.
And Skubal's got nice repertoire here. Four-seamer, changeup, sinker, slider, knuckle, curve even.
And here he comes with it, and Yelich pulls that down the first base.
There we go.
Towards the
all right, I'm not touching it now.
And that is a foul ball. This is the guy, Skubal, whose name you'll hear more than any, along with Garrett Crochet, as far as teams asking about potential trades. Skubal's next pitch, Yelich fouls that sinker off. It was up at 96 right at the plate, and another foul.
Well, I mean, whoever tries to get him, they're going to have to give up the entire franchise, basically.
The whole so it'll be him and no one else on the team.
Yeah, they'll just call them the Minnesota Twins or something.
Minnesota Twins.
Yelich back up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Henderson, who was ranging to his left. And that ball was just about over the second base bag, so they have the shift on against Yelich, and there is one down.
They hit it hard, right over the mound, but now there's always somebody there in the shading, so someone is just picking it up. So Skubal jumps out of the way, and Henderson's right behind him.
Next up, Alec Boehm. What a show he put on the home run derby. The third baseman of the Phillies bats from the right side, wags that bat, and Skubal sends this one in.
Man, he hit that one a ton.
Field. Judge is ranging to his left, stopped shy of the track, and a routine
2 down
on a fastball that came in at 94.7.
So Skubal's very stingy in allowing hits. I mean, he really doesn't beat himself. Most pitches he throws, the batting average when they put it in play or when he finishes in at bat are under 200.
So Skubal working quickly. He retires Yelich and Boehm, and here comes the home run derby champion from last night,
Hernandez.
Hernandez. 19 homers, 62 runs batted in. And for a badly banged up Dodger team, he has been a rock. First pitch misses just a little bit high, a slider up and away. 1-0.
Well, Dave Roberts, as soon as we talked to him early in the season, he's like, he loved Hernandez as an addition to their team.
The 1-0 pitch is down and in. That's a changeup, and he missed. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, great gesture, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. yesterday wearing his jersey, during the home run derby. I mean, just respect everywhere he goes.
His Blue Jays jersey for when he played with them, and this ball is swung on and popped up to center. Aaron Judge has been busy. He looks over at his buddy Soto, who will make the catch.
That is the third out.
Judge with a big smile on his face. Very, very.
Everything.
Well, he was rock solid there. 3 up, 3 down. Very little work there. Yeah, guys, don't forget, drop those votes in the poll. I appreciate you dropping those votes, but don't forget, I need your help on hitting the thumbs up on the stream as well.
Conversation about the movement on Skenes' pitches, comparing notes, after that first inning we all look forward to. Carl?
All right, we'll try to find out what those notes were as Yordan Alvarez steps in, the new pitcher for the National League, Max Fried. The Atlanta Braves lefty throws and he misses down. He went with a fastball. A 7-5 record, 3.08 ERA. Free agent after the 2024 season. Fried working quickly left on left to Alvarez. And he missed down and away again with a fastball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, I think the note said, consider another profession. Maybe we try something else.
Overmatched. That was gross. Here's the next one, and Fried is now behind 3-0 as he once again went with a fastball, and he hasn't shown much control.
And Alvarez is this year. And
hey!
He's been so good against left-handed
Hello, Mama.
pitching. I mean, just dominant. Stays in there really well with that.
Did you have a good
front
supper?
Green light All-Star game? Yes, it was. And he sends this one towards
Sky
the
high.
third baseline into foul territory. Bohm is over. Oh, at the wall. And he kind of got over there. He's smiling. He got hung up on the railing on the. Looked like he may have hit his chest, his ear, and he's wearing, I think, an earpiece as he communicates.
Hey, how you doing, man?
On the TV
Welcome back
side.
to the
Almost
stream.
Knocked it out of his ear.
Yeah, he started the jump, and he underestimated the height of the bar. It was, and so he went underneath it instead of over it.
I'll tell you who's having a laugh at that. Turner and Harper. Next one.
Got a
from
good one so
Fried.
far.
That one is down. That's going to be a walk.
0-0.
To Yordan
Got another
Alvarez.
walk.
Love the teammates that are going to be laughing at your own expense after Bohm went into that wall.
Yeah. I mean, and they're all wearing this like snake skin
Awesome, Mama.
undershirt kind of thing.
Kind of a
Hope you guys are
camouflage
having a
thing.
great day. We got a great game here,
It's like
guys.
a rattlesnake.
Jose Ramirez will bat now. We saw him in the Derby hit from the left side. He goes from the right side and sends
Woo!
one on the first
He smoked
pitch
that
to
one.
center field. It's playable for Teoscar Hernandez. Easy
Hernandez.
out. A sink does with Max Fried. We've seen some big name free agents move on from Atlanta. Dansby Swanson, of course. Freeman left. They replaced him with Garcia and Olsen, but Fried is in his walk year. As he faces Vlad Guerrero, he goes off speed and he throws one up in the zone, a curveball.
74 mile an hour.
Strike. It's 0-1.
Well, that's what he relies on. Sometimes he gets away with the ones that hang up there because hitters right away say, oh, it's a ball up, and then it comes back into the zone.
Big time power for a former home run derby champ. This could be 2. It is snared by Turner on a dive.
Oh!
They will not be able to turn it, but what an effort. Trey Turner took about 6 steps to his left. Dove,
Man.
made the snare and flipped it to Marte, and they cut down Yordan Alvarez.
Well, Turner's one of the fastest runners in the game, and he's still got that lateral speed. Once he gets in the right direction, he'll gain some ground quickly. And full extension, backhand toss to Marte. Marte started to throw. He said, well, bad idea.
So 2 Phillies who've been involved in a couple of plays here. Bohm couldn't make one up against the wall in foul territory. And
You
then
just
Turner
saw
with
that
a
play?
diving play? It's Harper's turn now. Adley Rutschman
Mic'd
puts the
up.
fastball in
Yeah.
for strike 1.
And Rutschman has destroyed left-handed pitching. Right-handed, considering almost 150 points higher he's hitting against left-handed pitchers.
Batting from the right, get that bat on the shoulder, and he beats one into the ground. Turner on 2 hops, and
That should be a force. That is ended.
So Fried, after a walk to the leadoff man, Alvarez settles in
Settle.
against Ramirez.
And that we're ended through 2. So we're going into the top of the 3rd. No runs, guys. Got to go to the buffet. That's right. You got to get you some food. And you thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you stopping in and checking it out. Hey, have a good one. Don't eat too much, too. That's easy to do. Bum, 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 bum.
The Red Sox continue to play surprising baseball, a very, very good first half. Jurickson Profar will lead things off, the 9-hitter, in the first pitch from Houck is in there for a strike. It was a sinker to get ahead.
Yeah, his delivery is kind of a three-quarters delivery, so it has a lot of tumble down and away from lefties.
Next pitch from Houck, that one is off. I said 24, he's 28 years old, out of Missouri. He was the Red Sox first-round pick back in 2017. All the fielders still remain the same. Profar looks at the next one and yanks this one down the line towards the corner, and it is a fair ball.
Fair ball.
The throw is cut by the second baseman, Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop, on one hop. What a job Juan Soto did. It ricocheted off the wall right to him. He fielded it quickly and fired it in, and he's got a big smile on his face as they hold Profar to a single on a ball, Dougie, that felt like double right off the bat.
Profar did a nice job. This ball is low down, and he just dropped the head of the bat, and it just stayed fair by a couple of feet. Short ops the wall by the pole, but Soto played it perfectly. Took the hop, one throw, and threw it on line to second base.
All right, here's Ketel Marte for the second time. He lines one off the foot of Simeon, and Henderson picked it up.
He keeps it.
He didn't have any play.
No play.
Off the bat.
That should be an error.
It was 109.5.
Wow.
And it dove right at
bullet.
Simeon's foot. He couldn't get a glove on it. It ricocheted towards the shortstop.
Are they going to give it an
Henderson,
error?
But he was far behind the bag and had no play at first. And there was obviously nobody covering second at that point. So it's first and second on two rockets from Profar and Marte. And here is Shohei Ohtani with two runners on and nobody out. And Houck's first pitch to Ohtani misses down. Boy, I figure you're a little shell-shocked after those two swings.
Well, I'll tell you, the ball, Simeon tried to catch it in the air, and he got caught in between. And even after it ricocheted, he still almost got the force at second. He just didn't look at him.
Ohtani looks at one that breaks in. That was that slider, and he missed. And now Tanner Houck, who has come on to pitch here in the third, gives up two missiles. And he's behind Ohtani in a dangerous spot, 2-0. Houck's next pitch on the way. Ohtani drives. Soto doesn't move. He looks over his shoulder.
That's a home run, guys.
A 3-run home
Damn.
run for the
Just like that.
Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Ohtani, that is a perfect swing path for him. The sinker baller.
They're on top, just like that, guys.
That is absolutely where he likes it. And this pitch, he did not miss at all. Just stayed up there. It caught a little bit inside part of the plate, and that's exactly where his natural swing will take it. And he stood there and knew right away that was gone.
Everybody in the park knew it. It traveled 400 feet, came off the bat at 103.7. And how about the three hits put together by Profar, Marte, and now Ohtani, as the National League has hammered Tanner Houck and now lead at 3-0. And the first pitch that he throws to Turner is in there for a strike, a sinker, 0-1. Next pitch, this one a little looper into left field, off the end of the bat, but it gets down.
Man, they're rattling him.
Houck has come in, phase 4, and given up 4 hits.
And getting up hits, not really through 117 innings coming in, 95 hits, and very stingy on the walks as well. He just doesn't give up a ton of base runners. So 4 base runners in a row is highly unusual. But that shows you're playing and pitching against the best in the world.
Shohei Ohtani, home run, right field, 400 feet, landed about 15 rows up. And they got a 3-0 lead, and all 4 have reached base. And now Harper with the speedy Turner at first. He's not going, and that ball is rocketed to second. Simeon, he's able to make the play, flip to second, and they get the double play on another 100-mile-an-hour plus shot off the bat, but that time Simeon raged to his left, gloved it, and threw it to Henderson for 2.
Yeah, you talk about third time around. This is the second time around. These guys are locked in. I mean, the 100 club. Simeon almost got knocked over, but he gets it, spins, and Gunnar Henderson just so smooth.
He needed that one, and Contreras swings at the first one. William Contreras batting for the second time, fouls it off at the plate on a slider. Next pitch, that one missed down and away. That's why you'd like to see Shohei Ohtani, when healthy, participate in the home run derby. He absolutely unloaded here in the All-Star game to give his team a 3-0 lead. Filthy slider there. Splitter, actually, from Tanner Houck, and Contreras swung wildly and missed it.
The thing that's also underestimated about Ohtani, it's not that easy to DH.
That's
you know,
right.
like to actually master that when you're used to pitching and doing other things.
1-2 on the way. That's way outside, and that was that slider, and it just kept sliding away from Adley Rutschman.
And you know, some players have actually struggled with that transition. I know, you know, Soto, for example, it's not automatic that you just say, oh, you're a good hitter, go DH.
Swing, and it's fouled into the mitt of Adley Rutschman on a splitter. Tanner Houck shell-shocked, though, after giving up those Rockets 4 straight hits, including a 3-run home run.
Guys, I need your help. We're still sitting at 10 likes on the stream. I need your help to boost this stream. Let's get more views in here on this stream, guys. With your help, we can do that. So, thumbs up on the stream. Share this with your family and friends. Don't forget to cast your votes. We've got a great game here. National League is up 3-0. So, it's not over till it's over. This is a game of all-stars, guys. All these are great players. Just we had a rough inning there, so more to come, guys. I think they put in a new pitcher almost every inning. Let's go, guys.
Whatever it was, I knew he was going to come with his heater. It's the best pitch, so just tried to take the best swing I could and was able to do damage with it.
That's Bryce Harper after smack.
NLCS. All right, they're getting ready to come back here, guys. Here we go. We got a Ranger stepping in the box now.
Logan Webb now on as he will face the number 9 hitter Marcus Semien, and that first pitch from Webb misses away. Logan Webb, of course, makes a living getting balls on the ground. The 27-year-old pitcher for the San Francisco Giants. The next one to Semien. That one's down and away. Makes a living with that sinker. And by the way, that home run by Ohtani, first All-Star game homer by a Dodger since, and it's been a while, Mike Piazza. Back in 1996. Webb's next one.
That was a long time.
Sends this to the seats down the right field line and out of play.
Well, I know that's a while. That was my rookie year, so that sums that up. It was another century.
Webb delivers. Semien sends one into right
base
field.
hit.
It's going to get down and in for a hit.
There we go, baby.
Semien starts the bottom of the third the same way that Jurickson Profar did for the National League. He singles to right, maybe the beginning of a big inning for the American League.
Well, the thing about Logan Webb is that's such a great sinker, and he keeps it down well. He also throws a changeup out of the same slot, so it's very deceptive. And those are really the two pitches that account for over 70% of the pitches he throws. He does have a sweeper as well.
Back to the top of the order, Stephen Kwan, and that pitch misses down and in. A changeup, and it's 1-0. A lot of folks wondered, would Bruce Bochy line him up with maybe Kwan hitting ninth so you'd know that Judge would get up in the first inning, but he said, no, I wanted guys to get on ahead of him as he looks at one that misses high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Managing to win. He said, I need Kwan to get on. He has been terrific all year in doing such. He's got Semien leading off first. The next pitch. He takes it and he misses outside.
Yeah, Kwan's strikeout percentage is only 8%. I mean, he's just a tough strikeout. And he's so good behind in the count. 2 strikes. I mean, amazing.
That is ball 4. Kwan
wow.
His base. That .352 batting average, which leads the majors now, occupies first. Down to second base goes Semien. And here we go with the American League now, maybe with an answer against the third pitcher for Torey Lovullo. And Logan Webb. Gunnar Henderson steps in. I don't know if you heard it.
What's he going to do here?
Gunnar Henderson does the most amazing Scooby-Doo imitation I've ever heard. I mean, it was so spot on, it was scary. First pitch from Webb to Gunnar on the outside corner.
That was a little bit outside, but they called it.
A fairly wide strike zone on that one.
Yeah, he's definitely wide outside the lefties, and that's why Bryce Harper practically threw his bat to get the double. But he said, look, I'm not giving any chances here.
Next pitch to Henderson. He missed badly inside. It's a pretty good catch by Contreras. It was one of those sweepers, and it just kept sweeping. Soto on deck, 2 on for the AL. Nobody out, bottom 3, trailing 3-0 after an Ohtani home run. Webb's next one beaten into the ground.
Oh,
nice play on 2 hops. Harper had a short hop it. He takes it himself to first base. And moving up to second and third are Kwan and Semien. Not an easy play by Bryce Harper. It was one of those in-between hops, Doug.
Yeah, in between and backhand side. I mean, it was tough. And that's the tough thing for Harper. I mean, he's learning a new position. He's putting up pretty good metrics as a first baseman, but a lot of the challenges are decision-making. When do you pick the hop? When do you throw to first? When do you let the second baseman get it? All those things that he's really improving on.
Here's the Yankees' Juan Soto. First pitch, he sends
man,
it middle.
that was that's going to score a run.
Score Semien, it will score Kwan. Soto
2.
digs for second. He's in there.
Double.
As he takes advantage.
How about it?
Of Teoscar Hernandez not getting that ball in very quickly. He goes into second base. He drives in 2, and it's 3-2 now, National League.
Yeah, I mean, just the bat control of Juan Soto. He smokes it there, and off the bat, I was like, okay, that's a base hit. And all of a sudden, he just kept going. And like you said, just not getting it in quickly enough. Teoscar comes in and backhands it, took it easy, picked it up easily, and then Soto just like, okay.
Strike 1 to Aaron Judge. Just good hustle. We've seen that a lot from base runners on balls where the outfielders are playing so deep and the grass slows it down. They will try very hard to extend it into extra bases, and he's at second as Judge looks at one that misses down and away.
Yeah, and Hernandez fielded it like kind of one-handed, just sort of safely.
Yes.
Instead of like going through the ball. He really.
We have a ball game, guys.
That Soto took second.
1 ball, 1 strike to Judge. 2 balls and a strike as a sweeper misses down and away. Hard to get your head around the 34 home runs, 85 runs batted in for Aaron Judge at the break.
Yeah,
it's hard to do that.
Ludicrous.
Next pitch here to Judge. That one just misses down at 82. It was a sweeper. And Aaron Judge got a smile on his face.
He's like, I am not biting for that.
And he's got a 3-1 favorable count. Ohtani has homered. Can Judge answer? Here it comes. Swing and a miss.
Ooh.
92. And it was a good one.
He wanted that one.
Yeah, he just missed it. But with Logan Webb, down the middle is not quite down the middle because that ball is moving all over the place.
Soto drove in 2. He's off second. Judge swings, hits it on the ground to third.
Hits it back to third again.
Fields it, fires across the diamond, and Aaron Judge is 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs to Alec Boehm at third base.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard, but Boehm is right there. And Boehm, one of the more improved defenders in baseball over the last 2 years, turned himself into a good third baseman.
Now the Cleveland Guardians' David Fry is now going to pinch hit for Yordan Alvarez. David Fry The Guardian bats with Soto at second, and the first pitch from Webb is inside. 1 ball, no strikes on a sweeper that didn't sweep very much. First All-Star appearance for Fry. Here's the next one. Swing and a miss and a fastball that was up at 91 to even it up at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Fry had an absolutely ludicrous May. I mean, 383, 750 slug.
Next pitch, and Fry swings and misses it, and that was one of those filthy sinkers from Logan Webb as he gets ahead 1-2 on the pinch hitter.
Well, it's like a disappearing act. I mean, hitter's like, oh yeah, I see it, and then I don't see it. Just gone.
It's there, but it's not there. Next pitch, and he just misses high and in. Evens the count up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We had no runs through the first 2 innings. We have 5 here scored in the third. 3 by the NL, 2 by the AL. And the next pitch to Fry didn't get the call as Contreras framed it for a while, but he missed outside with a sinker. So we are full 3 balls, 2 strikes with Jose Ramirez due up next. Full count pitch. Swing, and that one is into left field.
Oh, that's a base hit.
Gonna get down, fielded by the left.
We're going to score another run.
Home is not in time.
That time.
Tied 3-3.
Tied up, guys.
Beats it without a slide. Pinch hit RBI single for David Fry of the Guardians, and we're knotted up at 3 as he hit it into left field on 1 hop.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Soto didn't slide on this ball, but I mean, he didn't get a particularly good jump because there's 2 outs. You got to get a good secondary, and this is a heck of a throw by Profar. He throws it right on line, and it's a little bit up the line where Contreras had to come up, and if he was able to block the plate, Soto never would have gotten there, but he had to give him the lane. And he caught it just as Soto was going by and tried to get the tag, and it was a hair late, but really close.
It was one of those where the catcher caught it literally as Soto walked through the doors. Like one of those horror movies where you see the door open or close as you walk into the room. You kind of sense somebody's there, but you can't see them. Soto just glided by as the ball got to home, and we're tied up at 3. I think I saw something go into that.
What was that? Was that a squirrel or something?
Or was it just Soto? So here's Jose Ramirez, and he looks at one that's in there for a strike after a meeting on the mound for Logan Webb. Jose, 271, 77 big runs batted in for the Guardians, who've been outstanding in the Central. Next pitch, he swings and fouls it straight back on a sinker.
He's just so good, and he's had such a great career. He was the one I was describing. He has 91 at bats this year as a DH, and he's only hitting 165. So he doesn't seem to like that position.
Well, if you want to convince your manager as he looks at one down that I'm not good at this DH thing, just hit $191 when you average around 350.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like...
Stay away from that idea.
This is not working.
Webb at the belt. Fry leads off first, and that one is fouled straight back. Looks like it may have got a piece of the umpire, James Hoy.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know, we had this discussion last night during the Derby. He could go down, and they had some really good hitters in the history of the Indians Guardians, but he may end up being the best hitter they've ever had as that next pitch misses from Webb down and in. Think about his numbers and the long-term contract he has.
I mean, he made that decision to stay, you know, and I remember doing the playoff game with the Guardians Rays, and he was just the complete engine of that team.
2-2 to Ramirez. He lays off one that misses outside, and the count goes full 3-2.
Yeah, and I think the biggest compliment, Terry Francona managing then said, you know, I could talk about hustling and playing hard in the culture, but it makes a big difference when your superstar already embodies that.
3-2 pitch, swing, and
oh man!
Chase a changeup away.
Chased a changeup away.
Delivered the big RB.
So we're tied at 3, guys. Wow, 3. They both put up 3 and 3, guys. What a inning there for the All-Star game. And if I'm not mistaken, the National League averages 3 runs in the last 93 All-Star games. So it's pretty sweet. I think it's going to be in there, guys. Bum, bum, stand up for cancer. They're talking about that, guys. So, got a tie game now. Brand new inning. Starting it back off for the NL. Here to call the balls and strikes. Alrighty, guys. They're getting ready to come back here. Keep hitting that like button if you have not already. We're at 11 likes. We need more likes on the stream. All right. Come on, radio broadcast. Come back on. They're ready. They're waiting on the radio broadcast to end here.
It's just not been a long run. Skenes, of course, just a little bit older than that, out of the game at 22 years old. All right, Garrett Crochet now on the mound for the American League, and he'll face Christian Yelich to get a new game going. It's 3-3. And this guy is flat out filthy. Crochet throws a first pitch in there for strike one. A very hard fastball for a guy that is 6-6 on the year with a 3.02 ERA. Next one from the lefty and more cheddar. 97 miles an hour, but that one missed high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, also it looks like he lifts pickup trucks in the offseason, so that helps him too.
So he's strong. Next pitch, Yelich swings wildly at a cutter down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got a good cutter. He also a four-seamer, which he throws a lot, and the slider, occasional changeup.
Yep, chewing on some gum, got a full beard working, and the 1-2 on the way to Yelich, and he spoils it by fouling it off the screen behind him.
So the tough thing about Crochet, especially with lefties, is he kind of hesitates and throws across his body, steps towards that first base side, and really lefties have to keep that shoulder tucked in without bailing out.
150 punch outs this year. His next pitch is just a little high. He went with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. He throws a four-seamer, a cutter, a slider, and about 6% of the time will give you a changeup. 2-2 pitch to Yelich, and he rolls one to third. And Ramirez, that was a closer play. Took his time throwing it. Yelich, by half a step, is thrown out. You forget how athletic and quick Yelich is.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that ball. I mean, when it's a pitch away as a lefty, and you're kind of already falling away, you got a good jump to first. And Ramirez almost took a little too long.
So far the only replacement was David Fry as the DH, and he delivered. Alec Boehm now up for the National League with 1 down. Crochet rocks and fires, and he misses with a breaking pitch away towards the second baseman. Simeon was in.
I'm trying to get it closer live. It's messed up again.
A shift, it gets through, and Alec Boehm has made a living going up the middle and the other way on a line. Delivers a ground ball single through the right side, and he's aboard with 1 out.
Yeah, he beat the scouting report right there. It didn't hit it necessarily hard, but Boehm has very good back control. He keeps a flat bat through the zone, so he's got a large margin for error, and just so good just spraying the ball around. He has just as many hits to right as he does to left this year.
How good has Garrett Crochet's fastball been? The run value is in the 100th percentile. There's just nobody better. And he misses on the first pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. Down and in, it's 1-0.
Well, they hit 188 off the four-seamer with a 274 slugging percent. Only 3 home runs all year on that four-seamer.
Next one to Teoscar Hernandez on the way. He looks at it and watches some smoke go by him. A little cutter in there for a strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 3-3. We're in the top of the 4th inning. There is 1 out. And the National League bats, Teoscar Hernandez fouls one off the right side.
All right. Keeps getting out of sync, but I've got it back live for us
1
now.
ball, 2 strikes.
You know, and as an outfielder, you know when you kind of gave someone an extra base that he didn't necessarily, because you kind of didn't. That's and Soto ended up scoring, as we talked about. So there's a little extra something offensively you want to do. Like, I want to kind of make up for this.
Let's see what he does on a 1-2. Swing and a miss as he chased a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up. And in the eyes of all the teams that are looking to think about acquiring at the deadline, Garrett Crochet, another one in the plus column with a punch-out.
Yeah, I mean, he's just been nasty, and that cutter is really good. Minimizes the damage. I mean, he's just, and he'll come at you. He will come at you.
Profar from the right side now after a double in the first time up. I should say a long single looked like it was going to be a double. Looks at ball 1.
A little more power as a right-handed batter, so this is where he can drive the ball.
Crochet's next one, he jammed him and he fouled it back. That was 98 in on the fisticuffs. You go 1 ball, 1 strike. You made him sound like a boxer. He'll go after you now. He'll come after you.
He will. I mean, that's a guy I'm not charging the mound on, by the way.
No, I can see why you wouldn't do that.
Not really advisable.
1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Profar holds up, 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I think the only way you charge the mound against Crochet is if you are the 29th man in line and you let the other 28 go first.
Oh, yeah, that's when you get the tough guy. Like, oh, we're going to get you now. After those 28 guys between you and him.
Yep. Crochet's pitch on the way, fouled straight
Fouled
back off the screen. You get into you've been involved with brawls on the field?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you love that, huh?
No.
No?
I had a stiff neck from one for 3 days. That was bad.
Because you got hit, or you're just looking around wondering where the next punch was coming?
I got pinned in the pile, and Ozzie Guillen was trying to pull me out by my head for some reason, and I was like, dude, my legs are trapped. This is not working.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Profar beats it into the ground, but it's fouled on the third baseline.
So that wasn't good. I did charge him out in Double-A. No, he wasn't my teammate. He was actually on the Braves. We were on the Phillies.
So he just grabbed you by the melon and just tried to, maybe he was just trying to dislodge your head from your body?
I really don't know. It must have been some wrestling move I didn't understand. the decapitation move, but yeah, stiff neck, 3 days.
2 outs, 2-2 to Profar. Beats one into the ground. Really difficult play by Henderson. That was pretty. It took 2 hops. He ranged to his right and scooped it on the short hop, and then went ballet dance.
That ends at top of the 4th.
To take out Jurickson. Profar.
Boom. So they got through that. Can the AL get some runs now? Hey guys, if you're new here, I don't charge anything for my streams. I don't flood you with chat with links to click on to watch it. Just hit that thumbs up button on the stream. I really appreciate the help. Boom, boom, boom.
Hold strike 3.
Expand.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, guys, let's get this guy going now. Let's go AL. Let's get some runs up this time. I think they can do it. What do you guys think in chat? Hey, guys, don't forget, if you're new here, hit the thumbs up on the stream if you have not already. I appreciate it. That's huge help for this stream. Let's get 1,000 people in here or more.
Of their respective teams, he may get his wish next season. There may be a move to going back to wearing your own team's uniform for the All-Star Game, which I would thoroughly endorse.
Yeah, I mean, those are some of my great baseball memories. 79 All-Star Game, 80s. You know, you just knew where everybody was.
Shota Imanaga pitches, and the first one he throws is way inside to Vlad Guerrero. That Ketel Marte third inning blast that went off Semien. Originally an error was charged to Semien. They changed it to a base hit. So all 3 runs on Houck are now earned. And that ball is into the seats down the first baseline. Foul off the bat of Vlad Guerrero.
Well, I wrote down a hit, so I just I
did too.
Maybe I had a premonition or something.
Yeah.
Because I ignored the error.
Yep.
The ball's hit like 200 miles an hour.
The glass half full, people. Imanaga's ready. Watch out. That ball is in there for a strike, a swing and a miss, and Guerrero lost his bat, and it went screaming literally backwards to the screen. That was a difficult angle, but everybody's okay. Thankfully, we have screens.
Yeah, I guess there's no bat boy involved here because he's like, go get it yourself. Yeah, that thing, throw the hands. I mean, his dad played many years against him, and that was the style. Throw the hands, right? Throw the hands at the ball.
Imanaga and Yamamoto, of course, both come over, and Imanaga's had himself a phenomenal season. Yamamoto's been dealing with injuries. Imanaga's next one beat the ground up the middle.
That's close, but he got it.
And he throws to first, and Vlad Guerrero is out.
Yeah, Imanaga is just masterful when you talk about pitching up in the zone.
Yes.
He can go right at the top of the zone and then keep going up inch by inch, get the chase, and then he has that splitter to go the exact opposite way.
How does he have success?
He's a north-south guy, right? You go up, and you never stay in the middle, and you get people to chase down and get them guessing wrong, and he just stays so well on those edges.
Adley Rutschman bats. He swings at the first one and fouls it back over his right shoulder.
Now, the tough thing for him is, as you see him a lot of times, you start to get used to, okay, no, that's the splitter. You know, you got to make sure you're not tipping pitches, all these things that they eventually start to catch up on you.
Imanaga ready. Rutschman swing and a miss, and that was a good one there. He went with a splitter. And Shota Imanaga now has Justin Steele back healthy. Will the Cubs make a push in that National League Central in the second half?
I mean, they have such a good rotation.
They really do.
They are tough, but their bullpen has just been destroyed with injuries.
Imanaga at the belt, kicks, delays, fires, and Rutschman, a little blooper. Harper ranging into foul territory, but he'd have to go into the opponent's dugout to make the play, and they were not going to allow him to do that.
No, they had their hands up like
full offensive line, just block, block, block.
Like, no, block, block, block.
Do not get hurt.
Access denied. Rutschman in his second All-Star game, and there appear to be many more on the horizon for the young Orioles catcher. Here's another one.
That one may be
Harper's
tempting.
Back. It's in foul territory, and it's going to land innocently in foul territory. Way too far for Harper to go, and Christian Yelich. So Rutschman will have another chance. What a great core of young players they have. Jordan Westburg is here as well. For a while, he was the hottest Oriole. And, of course, Rutschman and Henderson, Jackson Holliday on the way, Colton Cowser The list goes on and on.
And they all can play shortstop. That's the crazy thing. They're great athletes.
Next 0-2 from Imanaga to Rutschman. Try to hold up. They'll appeal to first. Thanks for playing, Adley Rutschman. He is called out on the swing, and he looks down there at Bruce Dreckman. He's like, really? We're in an All-Star game.
Yeah, it's like, let us play, man. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he went. It was, I know Bruce pretty well. He was the umpire in the minor leagues when I was coming up, so they pay their dues.
So Adley Rutschman 0 for 2. In a 3-3 game, we had zeros after 2. Each team scored 3 in the third. Marcus Semien looks at ball 1 inside on a splitter. Shohei Ohtani has hit a home run, a 3-run shot. And then the American League battled back David Fry with an RBI single as a pinch hitter. A swing and a foul ball straight back off the bat of Semien. Two outs, 1-1 pitch. Semien
fouled that one off too.
That he's late on. He fouled it down the first base side, not a play.
Well, I think that's the key point. The lateness. He's not throwing hard. You're talking 91, 92, but the ball gets on you. It gets on you. You see a lot of guys with late swings on Imanaga, and then he drops that splitter.
Riley Green has moved into the on-deck circle. Will he get up? Imanaga tries to paint, and he just missed down. And that's a ball, so we're even up at 2-2.
And that's a great pitch because he throws the four-seamer down. And if a hitter thinks, oh, he's going to throw that splitter, and then it stays true, all of a sudden you're struck out looking.
2 outs, 2-2, 3-3 ball game. Here it comes. And that one is down again. It's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Crowd here rooting for their hometown guy, Marcus Semien. Bounced around a little bit. Ron Washington really took him under his wing early in his career, turned him into a phenomenal fielder. And here comes that pitch from Imanaga. This one is
there we go.
Field. Profar heading over towards the line, reaches up and makes a nice running catch to take.
Marcus Semien, man, we got a tie game here still, guys. Through 11 innings. Woo! What a game. They both got 3 runs in the third inning. This is gonna be a dogfight, guys. This is gonna be a great game. Stay here. 3D feel of the game here. Amy, welcome. L on that, right? So don't forget, if you're new here, hit the thumbs up if you have not already. You only have to hit it one time on the stream. It's free and it helps boost this to more people. How are you doing today, Amy? I hope you're doing great. So the stats is NL is hitting the ball. They got 6 hits on 3 runs, and the AL has 3 hits on 3 runs. Been a great pitching game, except for the third inning there for the National League. So we got the radio broadcast I kind of overlay with the 3D animation of the game. I can't show you guys the live footage. If I do, I get copyrighted here on YouTube. So be sure to like the stream. Bobby Cox. So top of the 5th coming up. Is AL going to be able to shut them out, or are they NL's going to get some runs here? What are you guys thinking, chat? All right, we got them coming back in here.
Green's in left, Jaron Duran in center, Anthony Santander is in right. As Miller gets set to fire to Ketel.
There's Miller.
Swings at the first one and sends it to
Wow.
left field. Riley Green froze for a second. Now he takes a few steps back, finds it. And
There we go.
out.
One out, guys.
Left field, 372 mark where it's not quite straight left center, a little to left of left center, but it's got some distance there. And Green just takes a good jump, left-handed thrower, gets in position and waits for it to come down.
It's the fourth time Marte got a chance to bat. And Mr. Home Run hitter Shohei Ohtani against Miller. Good matchup here as Miller's first pitch is fired in there at about 101 miles an hour.
Well, that is his average four-seamer, by the way, 100.9.
Ohtani can turn on one. He's done it already with a 3-run homer. Miller's next pitch, he went off speed 89, a slider, and he missed down and in.
So opponents are hitting 158 off the four-seamer and 140 off the slider.
None of those are good numbers for an offensive player.
No, it's not desirable.
The 1-1 in there at 102 miles an hour, 101.8 to be exact.
Yeah. So hey, gave up on that and it just back in the zone.
The 1-2 on the way to Ohtani. He swings and misses, and he went with an 89-mile-an-hour slider, and that's where the play-by-play guy says that's unfair.
Yeah. And it is.
Unfair.
I mean, this ball, especially where he located, the 101 was on the outer third down. The 102 was at the knees on the black, and the slider was at back foot that looked like a strike until it was not.
Trey Turner bats now. Miller's first pitch misses down, and he starts him off with a fastball that I had at 103.6 miles an hour. Is that right?
That's what it said. Better take some Tylenol to bring that fever down. It's pretty bad.
Here's the next one. Swing and a miss.
Woo!
He took something off it at 101.9.
101.
Yeah, change up. Through that 102 mile an hour change up.
Mason Miller warming trend. 2 outs, 1-1. Miller fires away and he missed. That time a slider at 89 to Turner. This would be another great interview of these guys that faced Miller and be like, so what did you think? What did you see? I didn't see anything.
I actually didn't. I felt it, though. I did feel it.
2-1 on the way from Miller, 102.3.
But he blew that by one, didn't he?
Miss from Trey Turner.
But he's also throwing it on the corners. That's what's really amazing about it. I mean, Trey Turner's just waving at it, so sort of like, I don't know.
Yep. The big A's righty reliever fires here. Woo! Nice. Inside to Turner.
Man, that was up and in on him.
Oof.
And that's one you do not see, but you do feel.
Golly.
Yeah, that's
Joe.
That's one of those, I didn't get out of the way. The ball got
Refresh
out
on
of
the
way
browser.
3-2 on the way with 2 down of a 3-3 ball game.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
it comes Miller, and Turner able to get a piece of it and foul it straight back.
See
You
that?
ever get used to 102, 103? I mean, do you ever get used to it?
I don't know if I face anybody throwing 103. I mean, I face.
Yeah, I
some
think this is a
hundreds,
little bit
Randy
delayed
Johnson,
here. This is ahead.
Armando Benitez and guys like that, but 103.
Mason Miller to Turner. Here it comes. Oh,
I appreciate
called
that, Joe.
strike 3. A little backup slider at 88 miles an hour. Really
There he goes. That look better now, my friend.
We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-3.
Yeah, the top is actually Yahoo, and it's overlaid with the 3D animation from MLB. So it is a little bit off in a way, because the Yahoo's ahead of the live and the radio. I do my best to try to keep it as close as I can, though. Hope you're doing great today, my friend. Hey, it's been a great game so far. I mean, what you can ask for, right? 3-3 game, tied up midway through 5th. 3D refresh. I can refresh it here. I'm not sure if it changes it. It is. We'll hit a refresh on it here. And it does this to me. Hold on, let's see. Let me mute this here so I don't show you my password. It does it. This app sometimes is a pain. Let me log back in here. Let's see. Come on, refresh, guys. We're getting it there. Here we go. All right, I got a refresh on it for you there, my friend. Let's see if, make sure I get it. Yeah, this thing is kind of wonky. I know they say it's still in beta. A couple streams ago, I had it glitch out where you couldn't see any players. We'll get the radio broadcast. Oh, they are pretty, aren't they, man? Thank you for that. I've refreshed it earlier in the stream, but I even changed it to the HD look. Let me see if it kept it. Yeah, it's still on HD.
It was a nice talk. Those guys are great.
What was your impression?
There's audio for you.
I mean, I think it was nice. It was nice to see him. He got good stuff.
0-1 now.
We will see how it goes in the season.
Juan, thanks. Carl, back to you.
All right, Buster, thank you very much. Hunter Green on the mound now, and he will face Riley Green. The first pitch.
Are they related?
Green
versus Green.
On the way, an 87-mile-an-hour slider.
I wished I had one. This is quite an old All-Star uniform.
Green, 0-2. Riley Green, 17 homers, 50 RBIs this season for the Tigers, and he watches one down and in on a slider.
Then Green on the mound, four-seamer, slider. Those are the primary pitches. Really throws most of the time, almost 90% of the time. He does
got a hold of that one.
1-2 on the way, and that ball is driven to center field, fairly deep.
Try to get it back closer to live for you.
Well, the crowd, you can hear it in the background because another one of their players, Corey Seager, has stepped in. He, of course, went in to play shortstop for Gunnar Henderson. So Corey Seager, first time, added to the team late. And a ball one from Hunter Green.
They're chanting MVP.
Next pitch, Seager, big.
Foul that one off.
Swing with that knee in the back, bending way out. He fouled it straight back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
The thing amazing about Seager is he's so aggressive on the first pitch, but he still walks a lot. You know, he's very willing to put it in play, but also disciplined.
Will Smith in the game catching now for Green. He missed badly with a splitter. It didn't split at all, stayed up. And a count goes 2-1 to Mr. Consistency. Seager, 18 homers, 48 runs batted in for the defending World Series champs. Green's next pitch swung out and fouled straight back. It's such a quiet swing from Seager. There's just very few moving parts.
Yeah, just spinning on the ball and so much power behind it. And he hits every kind of pitch. That's the thing.
Who are you in for Joel?
Pitch. Seager swings and drives one down the line.
Oh, man. That was foul.
It is going to end up going foul.
Golly.
Home run distance. He never leaves the batter's box either.
No.
But he's ready to hit within 1 second. And here it comes from Green. Seager swings and makes good contact.
That one's
center field.
Oh, they got it.
On the track, and he reels it in. A little bit like Bobby.
He gave it a ride.
Last night in the Derby for a while, people were on their feet thinking we have it here. And instead,
got 2 outs.
Up 402 feet away in the glove of Teoscar Hernandez.
I mean, he just hit it at the wrong part of the park. I mean, 410 in that nook in that corner in straightaway center, a little bit to the right. And that's dead zone.
Santander, he bats now. Strike 1 from Hunter Green. Just missed would have been a good moment
two
for the
down.
home crowd. But there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th of a 3-3 ball game. Santander, another Oriole here.
Swinging
in the
strike
game,
now.
Swings and misses at a splitter.
And he had a big June. I mean, he's kind of started off slowly. 13 home runs in the month of June. And just lefty hits many.
Santander on the ground. That's past Harper.
That's in.
Into right field. He had no chance on it. And Anthony Santander gets a little 2-out single on a ground ball past Harper and into right field.
Well, he loves to pull the ball, and actually of his home runs, 15 of them are left-handed to right field. I mean, that is some big numbers. When he pulls the ball, it's gone.
Jaron Duran, who went into play center field for Aaron Judge, the Red Sox athletic center fielder, now bats. He's the left-handed hitter. He's got some big-time power, and he looks at a good pitch. A 96
wow.
mile per hour.
Mouth-watering at that one.
For strike 1.
Yeah, he's had a great year. I mean, leads in doubles and triples for the league. You know, does a lot of damage to left field.
And this is the guy that will take the extra base if he puts it in play. And
oh!
Maybe out of play. He smacks one to
there
right,
we go.
And it is way out of here.
No catching that one.
Bam!
Right
center field.
Home run, guys. Check that out.
American League is on top.
American League is up.
No-doubter.
Let's go, guys. Put W's in chat if you're American League fans.
His game has gone such another level the last 2 years.
Look at that baby go.
He's got pop. He understands when he's playing at Fenway how to work the wall. And this pitch just stayed right over there, took something off of it, and Duran took
there
it
we
out.
go, man.
Picture perfect swing for a guy whose game has just continued to develop in
That's
every
pretty awesome.
way.
So AL's up now, 2
Standing
runs.
for the Red Sox all season, and his 2-run home run puts them ahead as David Fry swings and misses at the first pitch from Green. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That was a slider. Jaron Duran, who, when we asked him on Sunday Night Baseball, so who you're really looking forward to seeing at your first All-Star game, and like a kid, he said, Aaron Judge. I
That
can't wait to
one's
see Aaron
out.
Judge.
Mile
this
high.
put in play, and it's a high fly to shortstop, and the out is.
That is the 3rd out, but the AL was able to get 2 runs off of Duran home run, 2-run shot. Duran jacked it to right field. I haven't got the distance report of it yet, but man, he launched it. Wow, guys. Pretty crazy stuff. So don't forget, guys, drop your votes in the poll. We got 33 votes. Most of you guys are saying the AL is going to win, so don't forget to cast your vote. And if you're new here, drop a like on the stream if you have not already. Those likes are free, doesn't cost you anything. Like or dislike, either way, let me know. Do you like what this content is? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in chat. I interact with everybody. I do my best to interact with each and every person that chats. I'm not one of those that's asking for, anything much, but this is something that I'm passionate about, and I like sharing it with you guys, so appreciate a response out of you on it. So, don't forget, we got NASCAR this weekend. I also stream NASCAR, NFL, NBA. I cover a lot of major sports. So if you subscribe to this channel, turn on that bell notification for when I go live for a lot of major sports events. I'd like to get into one of the guys in one of my NASCAR streams that was talking about Formula One. I'd love to do Formula One, but some of the races are like super early in the morning for us here in the U.S. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way one day to do one of those. They're taking forever to come out now. May have to refresh it. Oh, I think they're doing a... I'm on the radio broadcast.
First inning matchup between Paul Skenes, the outstanding Pirates rookie, and Aaron Judge, the Yankee slugger. And we got it in the first inning after Juan Soto with a 2-out walk. But Skenes' first pitch got Judge to ground out. We were scoreless going to the National League third. Tanner Houck pitching for the Red Sox. 2 were on for Shohei Ohtani.
Houck's next pitch on the way. Ohtani drives this one to right. Soto doesn't move. He looks over his shoulder, and 12 rows deep it lands. A 3-run home run for the superstar Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani,
the first Dodger to hit a home run in the All-Star game since Mike Piazza. Back in 1996 in Piazza's hometown of Philadelphia. And, of course, Piazza in 1996, the last Dodger to win an All-Star Game MVP. The American League in the bottom of the third inning. Juan Soto with a 2-run hit to make it 3-2, and then David Fry was the last of the Cleveland Guardians to find out he was going to the All-Star Game, and the longtime utility man came up big.
Full count pitch. Swing, and that one is into left field. It's a good one.
There we go.
Gonna get down, fielded by the left fielder. Profar. His throw home is not in time, and we are tied 3-3.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio.
we got the 3D broadcast. They have, I think they're doing something right now. They haven't came up and said. May do a refresh here if they don't pop up. On the radio broadcast, they haven't said anything yet, but they might be doing some award or something right now. All right, here come some of the players. It's a long bottom of the fifth, in between the fifth and the sixth. Here we go. I see a little bit of movement. There they are. We're going to end the poll in the bottom of the eighth. So don't forget to get your votes in.
What an array of arms that you see in an All-Star game. We started with Burnes, Skubal, Houck, who got hit, Crochet, Mason Miller. You just heard Kesty say throwing almost 104 miles an hour. And now the lefty Cole Reagans to start. It'll be left on left as we move to the sixth. 5-3 American League. Bryce Harper steps in. He looks at that first pitch that misses away. That 94 four-seam fastball for Reagans, who's been a stud all season for Kansas City. Very much in a wild card playoff race. Next one to Harper. He watches it, and that one's down. It's 2 balls, no strikes, and a cutter.
Yeah, it's got some great stuff. Good location, four-seamer, changeup, cutter, keeping it down right now.
Harper sends this one to left.
Oh, man.
Fairly deep.
They gave it a
Like
ride.
the park may hold it right in front of the wall. Jaron Duran is able to make the catch.
I mean, it sounded so crispy off the bat. I mean, just crushed it, but a little bit under it, enough that Duran could get under it himself to make the play.
I always find it amazing how you guys, when you hit a ball, you know whether it's a homer or not. Like, there's very little doubt. And then, ironically, in that derby last night, Witt was kind of convinced he may have had a homer to tie that whole thing up. It was one of those rare moments as Will Smith looks at ball one where the hitter
it's Will Smith, the actor.
Sure.
Yeah, right. And you know, you hit it well, you can feel it, but you're like, did I get the distance?
Right. Reagans to Smith, popped up right field, heading towards foul territory. Santander will give it a look, but he'll have no plays. Goes off the screen out there.
And then there's sometimes just effects of like weather or something. You're like, I know I got that, or I got it well enough, and it just doesn't go anywhere.
Cole Reagans, 26 years old, 6'4", 190. Originally a Texas Ranger draft pick. His next pitch misses away. He went with a changeup. As Freddie Freeman, a fellow Dodger teammate of Will Smith, who's now at the plate, is on deck. And a lefty, Reagans, fires away, and he misses high and away with a cutter at 91.
And Will Smith, I mean, he gets forgotten because they had Betts, Ohtani, you know, and Freeman, and then you're like, wait a minute, Will Smith is really dangerous in this lineup.
As good a hitting catcher as we have. A slow roller up the middle.
Oh, that's going to be trouble.
Stop. That is thrown way off the
Oh,
line.
man.
They had a little confusion. Bobby Witt went over there, and so did Jordan Westberg. This is part of the problem with having guys you haven't played with. It was hit so slowly, and Westberg probably had a chance to get to the ball first. It ended up in the glove of Witt, who had to dance out of the way of Westberg and threw it wide of first. So that's going to be a single for Will Smith.
Well, it's also the problem having like these great athletes with so much range.
Yes.
I mean, you're just stepping on each other. It's like you got to communicate, like, get out of the way.
Here comes the longtime star, Freddie Freeman, already 14 homers this year, 61 RBIs. A little bit of a slow start, then all of a sudden those doubles and homers started to add up. He swings and misses at the first one from Reagans on a cutter, 0-1. Here's a guy that could tie it up real quick or go to the gap in left center with a double. Instead, he rolls one of the first baseman, Naylor, who throws to second. They get one. Did Naylor get his foot back on the
Oh, almost had two.
And Freeman is going to be safe.
Well, it was a little scary, though, Carl, because, you know, Naylor's foot was in front of the base, and I was like, oh, he's going to step on him. He's going to step on him. But Naylor's foot was in front of the base. And,
he did step on him.
And he actually did step on him. I don't know if did Freeman ever get to the bag.
The American League is challenging the safe call at first base.
I don't think Freeman ever touched the bag. Naylor's foot is right.
Naylor's foot does touch it because Freeman's foot pushes it right into the bag. And he's going to be called out, I think. Yeah. Freddie Freeman stepped on the foot of Naylor, and ultimately, when he stepped on it, he forced Naylor's left foot, which was off the bag, onto the bag.
That's crazy.
It may be a painful out for Naylor.
The Guardians are having a heart attack right now. But, yeah, his footwork was not ideal. He put his foot right in the lane, didn't know where the base was. And Freeman's right foot just steps on him and doesn't ever get to the bag.
And Naylor's does. So the ball's in Naylor's glove and his foot's on the bag. Freeman never touched the base. He touched Naylor's foot. Here's the call.
Huh. Interesting. Interference?
After review, the call on the field is overturned.
There we go.
The American League will retain their challenge.
The inning will end weirdly on a
Inning will
3-6-3 double play.
There you go, guys.
Freeman, a fellow.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, if you're new here, I need your help hitting that like button so we can defeat YouTube's algorithm and get 100 people in this stream. Your help, we can do that. Let's crush that like button. One crush, you're done. That's all you have to do. Like or dislike, just let me know. Love to hear from you on that. I'll be right back, guys.
Substitutions in. Freddie Freeman will stay at first base. C.J. Abrams is now at shortstop. Looks like Ellie De La Cruz is at third base. Of course, the Cincinnati Reds shortstop playing third base. And on the mound is the Philadelphia Phillies lefty, Christopher Sanchez. Isaac Paredes will lead things off. Good game so far this 2024 All-Star Game. Ohtani, Duran each with big home runs, and the first pitch swung on and grounded to Abrams just into the game in an easy ground ball out of Isaac Paredes, one down in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, Sanchez has really good stuff. I mean, particularly the changeup, good slider, changeup, sinker, just good action. And most important for him, he keeps it down and throws that changeup with confidence. He's really tough.
Get to the outfield in a moment, and another one pitch ground ball to first. Freddie will flip. Sanchez having a decent All-Star game. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
But
he's kind
stream
of
does sink a little bit.
It hasn't been a lot for Brian Reynolds, who's now in left field. Jackson Merrill, who's in center, or Elliot Ramos to do in right field.
So amazingly with Sanchez, he's thrown 103 in the third innings, and he's only given up 2 home runs. I mean, you talk about keeping the ball in the ballpark. Are they worried about his pitch count here?
He's thrown 2. Torey Lovullo said, okay, that's really good. I wish you could have done better.
He's like,
but
I wanted a 0 pitch inning, but you have to pick somebody off.
Thanks for playing. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You gone. We're going to bring in another reliever here. So we got 2 outs, bottom 6. American League up by a...
Go wild with Jim.
Got a new pitcher coming in. That's not bad. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Let's see here. Guys, keep hitting that thumbs up on the stream. It's the best way to help support the stream. And we can get more and more people in here. We have a pitch and change right now. So don't forget to hit your votes in the poll. We got a poll. Who's going to win? Currently at 67% say the American League.
Pitches per outs. You got 2 pitches, 2 outs, and you're out of the game.
It's impressive. It's impressive. Maybe 3 pitch, 3 outs. I don't know if that's happened in All-Star history.
I guess that we believe, so we qualified it that way. Salvador Perez looks at strike 1 from Reynaldo Lopez, who probably knew he was coming in, didn't think it would be after 4 seconds and 2 pitches. But he did. He's called, and Sanchez like, wait, I've never been more efficient, and I'm coming out of the game. How's that happen?
Yeah, he's like, I could start tomorrow. No problem.
Swing and a miss. I mean, Christopher Sanchez's family might have been, grabbing the delivery on the food, waiting to see their brother or whatever pitch. I did. What do you mean you did? Swing and a miss. Wow. So we had 3 pitches there, 4 pitches, 6 pitches.
Wow. That was a quick inning. DoorDash order, that's right. Hey guys, don't forget, I hate to drill it into you, but those thumbs up really help the stream a lot. So if you're not already hit thumbs up on the stream, subscribe if you're new here, and thumbs down. Let me know. If you thumbs down, counts just as much to me as a thumbs up. Let me know if you like these kind of streams. Let's see. Bum, bum. So we got Cruz, Merrill, and Reynolds is coming up, due up in the top of the 7th here, guys. De La Cruz. They need to change their uniforms. Hopefully, get a refresh here. Umpire is looking good for the camera.
Most athletic players in the game. In Ellie De La Cruz, Seth Lugo will face him. As we got AL Central against NL Central to start the 7th inning.
And Lugo's such a great story. Just kind of converted into a starter again, and he's just found it in Kansas City. Just great stuff. 4-seamer, sinker, big, slow, high spin rate curveball.
A lot of teams were interested in him too, and it's the Royals where he ended up going, and they have benefited. A terrific starting staff in Kansas City as Lugo's first pitch backs De La Cruz off the plate, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. You talk about electricity. First time All-Star for Ellie De La Cruz. From the left side, swing and a miss for the long, lanky shortstop who can absolutely fly.
Oh, yeah, he's at will. I mean, just the base stealing, going first to third, just exciting.
Next pitch, that one is outside.
Just outside.
He and Ricky Henderson, 1986, the only guys with 15 or more homers, 45 or more steals at the All-Star break. Got that long hair that drapes onto his shoulders as he swings and fouls a slider off down the first baseline.
And just the long strides, too. And he's doing so much to be an ambassador. He's so open, just trying to learn Japanese to talk to Ohtani. He's, learning languages, just really curious.
The 2-2, Lugo on the way.
Oh, that's a base hit.
Into center, and it does get down in front of Duran.
That could have been trouble if it got through.
Halfway to second, puts the brakes on. And he is clearly a threat with his 46 stolen bases. That ball was laced.
I mean, it really was.
That
laced.
was, man.
When he first week up, when he just put on a show of everything, hit home runs, triples, stole bases. But this is such a nice compact swing. He's a tall guy, but just short and sweet into left center, right on the barrel, and squared it up.
Sal Perez now catching his Royals teammate, and Lugo bends one in there for a strike. They get the young center fielder from the San Diego Padres, Jackson Merrill. Get out of Baltimore, Maryland. Left-handed hitting outfielder looks at another one that just misses off the plate. A curveball.
If your name's Jackson, it seems like you have a ticket to the big leagues.
Yes. Here's the next one, and Merrill sends this one to left field on a line, running in and making a nice play. Riley Green, he had a slide to make sure he made that catch.
Hey, man, welcome
Riley
back.
Green
Did you have a good supper?
Take a sinking liner away from Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, you see his focus.
Said you were going to a buffet or something,
right?
right?
On it, watching it all the way, and he knows when he slides, he's like, all right, I better make sure I stay behind this ball because there is no help behind me. The center fielder have to run a mile to get to that ball. So with the lead, you're trying to be careful, but also trying to make the big play.
Good hitter, another lefty against Lugo. It's Brian Reynolds.
This is your head of your TV.
This one into left. There's no play because it's down in front of Green. And they've hit Lugo a little bit.
That's another base hit. They're rattling him here a little bit.
Cruz. You think about that sliding catch Riley Green made. If that had gotten by him with the speed of De La Cruz and Merrill, it could have been a 2-run inside the park home run. As it is now, first and second.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
man, I love some buffets, man. I can do some damage to them.
Lefty, so there's so much room behind Green to the wall.
We're in trouble here for the AL.
Lugo starts Ryan McMahon of the Rockies off with a fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Reynolds at first. De La Cruz is at second. And a 0-1 pitch. Bends in there with a curveball to get ahead of Ron McMahon. 0-2.
I've got it a little bit better being closer to being live, too.
That really good curveball, but even better when he's able to.
You're on vacation in Atlantic City.
And that one is bounced a good
nice,
job by
man.
Perez.
I hope you're having a great vacation.
With all that speed out there. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, it's funny. Bruce Bochy, the manager, was talking about all the pitches Lugo has. It's like, I don't know, I need to have Perez back there.
That's the best way to do it.
10 pitches.
Sample it all.
He probably knows 6 of them, so that's better than most.
There we go.
Swing and a miss. 96. And Ryan McMahon sits down. An elevated fastball from Seth Lugo and a big one to get the second out.
Yeah, that's a big pitch.
That's
been going
huge.
Down in the zone, working the curveball, and then he elevates with 96. Very effective for the chase.
Well, a good spot here. Torey Lovello has tabbed Marcell Ozuna with 2 on. 77 RBIs, 26 homers. First pitch, bends outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Never really got it going in the home run derby last night, did Marcell Ozuna, but my goodness, with all the injuries to the Braves and the inconsistent play,
that was in there.
He was thinking something else on that off-speed pitch.
A slurve is what they call that pitch.
And it's even at 1-1.
Oh, he really has. I mean, really since almost the second month of last year, he's been hot.
Here it comes, and he beats it into the ground, ranging to his.
That's a tough one.
White, the shortstop,
they got him.
Play. That's Bobby Witt Jr.
Ends it. Yeah, man, buffets are great. Usually can't go wrong. Unfortunately, where I'm at, there's not any really good Chinese buffets. That's what I kind of miss. One of the towns I used to live in, there was a good Chinese buffet, but there's not one close to here. Always like some good Chinese food. So we are at the 7th inning stretch, guys. You know what that means. It's time for you to stand up, stretch your legs. I'm going to do the same. Represent my American League jersey. Can you see who it is? Y'all remember that guy? Oh. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a Chinese buffet. I like General Tao's chicken is usually one of my favorites. 7th inning stretch. Yeah, those are the best options. Like one we went to in Vegas, I can't remember the name of what it was called, the Bacchanali Buffet or something like that. It literally had like 7 different cuisines to pick from. It was like Italian, Japanese to American. They were all over the place, and man, it was like $100 a person, pretty much. And I'll tell you, me and my wife, we struggled. We were trying to eat everything we could eat. It's hard. Yeah, I love this jersey. I bought it at the ballpark in Arlington years ago. Yeah, this is an old one. I bought this 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Before I had my son. As a matter of fact, I think my wife was just pregnant with him, the game we went to on this.
It's been one of the reasons the Padres have not only stayed afloat, but moved very much into wild card playoff contention.
Yeah, I mean, he's always had that velocity, and, you know, when you're behind guys like Josh Hader and, you know, just getting the chance to be a closer. He's got such a good arm.
American League leads by a score of 5-3. Bottom of
Can
the
they add some more runs
Suarez
here?
To Jordan Westburg of the Orioles. First pitch,
Oh, he wanted to go on that
top.
one.
Sinker at 98 that missed, and it is 1 ball and no strikes. And for a while, Westburg entered the conversation and will stay there as one of the better young players on this Oriole team that is littered with them. But for a while there, he was really the guy that got on fire and carried them.
Yeah, really aggressive hitter. Not really looking to walk, just chases contact. And
oh,
whoa. Big cheese and a swing and a miss and a fastball that registered 100.6 miles an hour. Ho-hum, just another one of the bullpen arms that throw triple dig.
You still can watch the
15 and 50, swing and a miss.
Oh, they got him
right
out.
Back to it.
They have the
100-mile-an-hour
UFL football
fastball.
games in that
Jordan
stadium. It's
Westburg
right next
takes it
to
stage right back to the
Globe
bench on
Life.
punch-out.
Stadium's still there.
I mean,
you can still go tour it.
Big velocity, but most importantly, top of the zone. He elevated, stayed up there.
You don't like the Blue Jays dome?
Westbrook swung under those pitches.
Man, like I said before on here, I don't know if you were in here or not,
Riley
but
Green next
I'd
up,
love
one
to
down, 7th
tour
inning.
all the stadiums. That'd be an awesome
Fouls
goal.
This one down the third baseline and into the seats. Is there a team, Doug, that is not necessarily currently in the playoffs, like the Padres, or on the verge of them, that you would think is that got a real good chance? I know the Red Sox are currently there. The Cardinals are flirting with it. The Cubs, and the next one is in there for a strike.
Well, I mean, I had the Red Sox making the playoffs in spring training.
you?
I just thought they had it.
Green, another one.
Fouled
to the
that one
seats down
off.
the third baseline. What'd you see in them?
I mean, pitching, I thought they would have some pretty good arms, and you know, Story went down, but
Yep.
you know, there's some young guys, sort of like the Phillies a couple years ago, like, Harper's out, and then these young guys, Stott and Bohm, took over.
Yes.
Well, that's what the Red Sox have.
0-2, swing and a miss, and boy, Robert Suarez, 100.7 to get the strikeout. Back-to-back punch-outs.
Nice.
Hear the sizzle up here.
You can.
I mean, bacon.
Oh, I know, right?
Strips
London?
all the way.
That would be nice.
As you said, what are we, 1,000 feet up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wafting up here.
Well, when they have those fireworks, at first I'm like, is that the smoke or those clouds? I'm not sure. But beautiful ballpark. I mean, new, hooked up, and it's a showcase for players who come here and say, oh, this would be a great place to play.
It sure would. A lot of people are taking notice. 2 outs, bottom 7. Troy Lavoie.
I'm a pretty great multi.
You got that right. You know, I would love when I played. I know I didn't hit anybody that was throwing 103 or anything like that or 100. I faced some guys throwing upper 90s in high school. I would have liked to have hit somebody throwing 100 just to see what it's like. So, I just got an alert. Let's see here. So, Mason Miller, the guy we just saw, there's a 14-year-old, Dexter throws 94. That's insane. Them kids are going to throw out their arms. So, here's another stat, too, for you guys. Mason Miller threw the fastest All-Star pitch in the StatCast era history at 103.6 mile an hour. No, since 2008.
Hi, Kesty, thank you. It's going to be Bobby Witt Jr. as he bats, and he will face a very tough lefty, Matt Strahm of the Philadelphia Phillies. And Strahm's first pitch right there for a strike. He's been so good.
That's right. Just wing it, right?
And he has a four-seamer where he comes at you, but that sweeping slider really is a slider listed, but it's got so much run from away from lefties.
The one Witt got jammed. That was in on his hands, a cutter, and it's 0-2.
And then when you have a slider-cutter combination, you can do so much with it. You just change the grip, a little tilt to it. You want a little more sweep to it. And then he has a sinker and four-seamer, so everything is hard. There's no change-up in this mix here.
Here it comes from Strahm, and he fouls it off. Witt Jr., who went to high school about 20 minutes outside of Arlington, had about 50 or so people in the stands last night, and he matched that again tonight. So about 100 folks have come to watch the local kid do damage, and last night just a few feet shy of the home run derby title. Next
he did.
Strahm,
oh, man, he gave on a ride, too.
It's going to be down into the seats, the third baseline.
I mean, he has 125 hits, leading the league already. I mean, that's a ridiculous pace, but, you know, he hits lefties and righties equally well, over 300. Just had a phenomenal year. Super fast.
I'm trying to get Yahoo to refresh. It's not refreshing.
Strahm does what he's always done this season.
Oh, there we go.
Pick up the big outs. He got Ohtani.
I guess it was already ahead of us. I thought it was
last
being
week,
crazy.
and he comes in here.
But there we go. So we're through 7. We're down to 2 innings left, guys. Man, only 6 out for the National League. Join a little later because I have to get myself in a food coma. Yeah, that's easy to get yourself into a food coma. I did it today myself eating Subway. I used to inhale a foot-long sandwich and not still want to eat. I ate a foot-long today, and man, I was stuffed. Always dominate. You got that right. Let's see what's going to happen here in the 8th inning. Are they going to get some runs? What's going to happen here, guys? Bum, 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 go. Gopher ball. What is that? A pitch says hit for a home run. I did. I streamed it, but I didn't play the national anthem.
Live.
By far the worst I've ever seen. I don't know if you saw that, but she claimed that she was drunk.
It is 5-3 in favor of the American League. We head to the 8th inning.
Horrible.
Texas Rangers right-handed reliever Kirby Yates. A 105 ERA with an opponent's batting average you can't find.
Ooh.
It's 132. First pitch, 94. Swing and a miss from C.J. Abrams. It gets real late, real early in an All-Star game with the arms that come parading out of bullpens as he throws a four-seam fastball in at the knees, 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, they have just so much depth. I mean, you know you're just getting the best. A lot of closers are coming at you every inning.
Oh, got him.
Just swing and a miss.
Got Abrams.
Splitter. Welcome to the game, Kirby Yates on 3 pitches.
I think there's many songs about that.
Familiar with the pitcher, you're trying to look at the scouting report, but just a great pitch by Yates. It started.
Usually people that can't sing, they get drunk, they can sing really good.
ERA on his baseball
just saying.
Page,
I don't know if I buy it.
The expected batting average, 99th percentile. Elliot Ramos, swing and a miss. And
nice
pounding
pitch.
The strike zone. Kirby Yates.
Yates in here, guys.
Such a good story, first round pick and took a while.
I think it's possibly a cover up.
This season just put it all together.
Yates rocks. He fires. That one's in the dirt. What about this Ranger team?
I mean, Bruce Bochy said it many times, trying to get this offense going.
Or she didn't know the song.
That is the key. Guys are, playing below what they've done before, and if they can get back
no
to
telling
normal, it's
what
going to
happened
be a
with
good
that
second half.
Next one to Ramos, and he pulls that
He's
foul.
ahead of that one.
The glue guy on that team is Josh Young. He has now had 2 separate surgeries on that wrist.
Yeah.
He's coming back, but it's obviously taken a lot longer than they had hoped. But he is such an important part of that team on the field, in the dugout.
Got him.
1-2. Swing and a miss. 94. Kirby Yates. 2 strikeouts. And Bruce Bochy has not got into the habit of, after 2 outs, we go to another guy to get the 3rd out of the inning. We're pleased to report he has not gotten that.
Yeah,
back-to-back
she did it in her face. She looked lost.
And here's Will
She may
Smith.
have maybe not been drunk, maybe
This
under
is
the
away.
influence. You know what I
With
mean?
a 4-seam fastball, 1 ball, no strikes. You're right about Smith. It's so easy
And
to get overshadowed on a team.
I've
with
heard from even
Betts and with Freeman and
Elvis
certainly with
Presley,
Shohei
a lot of
Ohtani. Will
big time
Smith is
stars.
like a cleanup hitter on a Los
They
Angeles
still get
Dodgers as a
nervous
catcher
before every performance.
who's gonna be
You get
there
a
for
massive
a
live
long
performance
time.
like that.
No, they know
I'm sure
how
the nerves
valuable,
get to
and
you.
as his opponents
So she
know,
may have
you
been.
have to know where Will Smith is. I mean, he
You
does
never know.
everything on the field. He's a good athlete.
2-0 as Perez sets up outside. Yates This ball is pulled down the line on a third base to Hopper, and that is it. Isaac Paredes throws across the diamond.
We end that one.
Smith is retired. Crowd appreciates the effort of their.
Yates got us out of that inning there, so we go into the bottom of the 8th. Can we get some insurance runs this inning for the AL? Hey, guys, if you're new here, don't forget to drop your votes in the poll if you have not already. And if you have not already, also drop a thumbs up on the stream. It's the best way to support the channel. It helps boost this to get this out to more and more people. So don't forget to do that if you have not already. I appreciate you stopping in. And drop a subscribe if you're new and care to. I mean, hey, I cover sports, interact with you guys in chat. Trying to grow this channel and make a great community here, guys. We got a lot in store, a lot more to come. We're just getting started now. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, no kidding. I would be nervous. Could you imagine the nerves going in before you're going out to start that? I couldn't imagine it. Those of you guys just coming in, we're talking about the Home Run Derby national anthem that was butchered last night. I'm not even familiar with the singer. Iggy or something like that was her name.
Small ball. Expand your vocabulary.
All right, getting ready to come back live on the radio broadcast here. They love these commercials, don't they?
Third, we've seen an Ohtani 3-run home run. Jarren Duran put the AL up by a couple with a 2-run go-ahead home run in the 5th inning. So after trailing 3-zip, American League tied it at 3 and then tacked on the 2 more in the 5th. Duran is on deck. First pitch, swing and a miss from Anthony Santander.
Santander
play on the right side.
Well, Scott is really nasty. 4-seamer and slider, really that's
like
really it. They have an 0.99
Adriana, yeah.
4-seamer. I mean, unbelievable. 2 pitches, and they have a under 100 batting on them.
29-year-old lefty throws, and he didn't miss by much, just a little high, 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
And if you do make contact, he's in the top 1% of lowest exit velocity.
That's kind of what you're after. Next one is Santander. He pulls that one foul. Yeah, it just looks like it's really difficult, having seen him a lot this year, through the highlights, to barrel the ball up.
Yeah, real hard. Now,
I'm going to slow it down just a second.
Your best shot is to walk. He'll walk you. But that's about it.
Try to get as live as I can.
1 for 1 in the game. Here comes the next one. That's high and inside. 88-mile-an-hour slider.
So 40 in the 3rd innings, 18 hits, which is ridiculous, and 2 home runs.
Ridiculous.
25 walks. So there's your best bet.
You got that right.
On left for Duran, but first this one to Santander, and he pops this thing up shallow, right field, and Ramos is there, and there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th.
We got jammed there. Big swing by Santander, and By the time he got to the ball, it was on his handle.
Jarren Duran will step in. The Red Sox do everything center fielder. They have become that organization this year, kind of the go-go Sox with their ability to get on base, manufacture runs. They have Devers in the middle as Duran looks at ball one away, who can obviously hit it over the wall. Tristan Casas expected to come back soon, but guys like Wilyer Abreu and Connor Wong and Jarren Duran have been terrific. The 1-0. Buzzes the tower a little bit at 97. It's 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, they have Rafaela also plays center and short. I mean, they have some young guys that are just super athletes. I mean, they can run. Hamilton.
2-0 from the lefty. In there for a strike. 2-1.
That was pretty.
As he threw it right down Broadway. Will Castro the
on Little League fields, these routine fly balls are like nukes. No kidding.
Bottom
like
8-5
deep.
American League. Next one to Duran, swing and a miss. I think he pulled that front foot a little bit. Easy to do against a hard-throwing lefty. It's 2-2.
Yeah, Duran can seem like he bails out, but, you know, Bryce Harper also does that from time to time. It's more about if he, you know, still can get into a hitting position.
Here it comes 2-2, and he drives it in the ground, and that is going to be an easy one. If the out is made at second base, and Jarren Duran, after hitting the homer, is retired on a grounder to second. Guess what?
What do we got?
What do you think we got?
Pitching change.
Pitching change?
How many outs do we have?
We have 2.
It's definitely a pitching change. We see
Definitely
how Torey
pitching
Lovullo
change.
manages All-Star games. He gets 2 outs and he allows someone else to come back.
It's like mini closer innings.
That's exactly right. Bottom of 8, 2 down, 5-3 American League with a pitching change.
Bum, bum, bum. They're down to their final 3 outs for the AL or NL. Curious to see what happens here. They're most likely using cameras. And, you know, the graphics are basically like video game graphics. They got so many cameras in these stadiums today that they can watch and study movement and input it into a computer that generates them over a graphic. You know, they've had some of the technology for years. You know, if you look at some of the original 3D technology that they would, when they're filming movies and stuff, they're doing similar stuff. They're just able to get it into a live format, which is pretty cool. It's still in beta. It's still kind of wonky sometimes here. I think one of the coolest things they've done so far in Major League Baseball is adding the pitch comm.
Pitch he throws.
So it's, you know, where they can talk to a pitcher and give them pitches without showing signs.
Life Field in Arlington with Doug Glanville. Here's Carl Ravitch.
That's a really cool story, Kesty, to see those 2 guys have their children drafted, both Manny and Big Papi. Jeff Hoffman on to try to get the 3rd out here. And the Philadelphia Phillies flamethrower out of the bullpen, 96 to start Castro away. 1 ball, no strikes. Willie Castro bats from the left side, waggles that bat. Here comes from Hoffman, and that's foul down the 3rd baseline into the seats.
And Hoffman's got really good stuff. I mean, 4-seamer, but he's got this slider and a splitter that just sort of gives him 2 directions to go horizontally, so he can get you inside or outside.
Here's the next one to Willie Castro, and that is a called strike.
It looks like he was wanting
just
it.
Another reminder of how deep the Philadelphia Phillies are everywhere. But the bullpen in particular, with Kerkering now emerging again. We've seen Strahm already, Hoffman, Sir Anthony Dominguez. This one is on the ground. And that is Ellie
De La Cruz.
He throws across the diamond. They hold first base.
And that's going to end the inning.
Pete Alonso.
So here's the NL's last chance, guys. Their last chance to come back. No kidding. We're sitting at 16 likes on the stream, guys. Don't forget, if you have not already, hit that thumbs up on the stream. It means a lot to me. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Hey, and it boosts this out so we get more and more people in here. We got 8 people currently. Let's hit 100 or even 20. With your help, we can do that by hitting that thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you prefer to rate the stream. It was a called strike on that one pitch. I think he did go. I think it was one of those. It was questionable where he was located at, but it looks like he did go. They rung him up. A golden sombrero is where a player strikes out 4 times in a game. Is it Yates back in there? Or they I haven't seen it pop up if they've replaced a pitcher yet or not, but I have a good feeling they're going to replace him. We'll see another pitcher. It says Clace, but it's still got Yates, so I'm thinking we'll have another pitcher coming in. Everything's flying, yeah. I got that one. It's not pretty in the dugout. No kidding. All right. Alonso is going to be due up for the NL. And the pitcher, let's see who the pitcher is. Clay Holmes. CLASE. I'm not familiar with that name. Probably one of the Phillies pitchers. They got a mountain of great pitchers right now.
A 2-run home run from Jarren Duran. How'd you do against Class A right now, Doug?
Absolutely, I would do nothing at all.
Class A?
100-mile-an-hour cutter.
100-mile-an-hour cutter. Oh my goodness!
With the extra.
Pete Alonso leads things off. First pitch, he swung right
Class
at it.
A.
It was a 99-mile-an-hour cutter.
He's with the Cleveland.
I mean, he's throwing it 81%
Cleveland
of the
pitcher.
time, and I don't blame him. I mean, just keep throwing it, and his slider, just to keep everybody honest, will be about 91.
Clay Holmes is the first
in
the
here.
AL inning
Polar Bear
blowouts.
rests that bat on his right shoulder. Here it comes from Class A. No chance.
Ooh, 0-2.
He upped that a little bit to about 100.8 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Class A. I'm not too familiar with him.
Why not?
If you have it, use it.
I mean, he has that almost like a spiral football spin on the ball, and you kind of think as a hitter, oh, it's a slider, but ball just kind of keeps on the plane.
0-2 to Alonso, whose exit velocity numbers are not great. Sends this one down the line, foul. On the right field line. Interesting when you look at
7
numbers.
blown saves. No kidding.
Speed and exit velocity, barrel rate, just a little bit down from where you've seen it.
Is it this season or he throws pure heat? But they say he got a cutter.
Yeah, the other thing is his ground
when that
ball
cutter's
rate,
working,
yes,
it's going to be tough to hit. But if it's not, they'll watch him.
Fouled straight back.
So you know, and he still managed to.
Man, that's a heck of a cutter.
You know, that's a.
Yep.
I mean, he's a prolific.
What is his
home run
fastball
hitter.
top in at?
Whether he's kind of not quite right, he's still hitting the ball over the fence, but trying to do a little bit more for these Mets.
Clase ready. Here it comes. Alonso is gone. He went with that slider.
This season, man.
Roughly 18% of the time. And there's one down in the ninth as Pete Alonso strikes out.
Well, you also realize like just how hard it is to come in off the bench.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, go get him. And you got Clase. I mean, it's a tall
De La
order to try to
Cruz.
pinch hit basically off this guy.
The Guardians limped into the All-Star break 4-6 of their last 10. But it's well beyond a small sample size as the first pitch to Elly De La Cruz is down and in, ball one. They're a thing this year, the Guardians. Not going to go away.
No. They are a thing. Especially with Quan playing as well. He's playing. Naylor.
1-0 to Elly De La Cruz. He swings at one and fouls it right off.
100.1 mile an hour cutter.
100 mile an hour cutter.
I mean, despite getting blown away by these guys, it is fun to face them. It's sort of like, you know, growing up, you're like, I want to see if I can turn this fastball around. Because if you do get them, it's like you've done something.
Yeah. Next one from Clase, misses away.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's a different kind of breed of person that says, well, that would be kind of fun. I think there's a lot of people who would think, nope, I can think of probably, let me list them, 7 million things I'd rather do. But I understand where a baseball player at heart would like to do that.
Yeah, it's like, see if I can catch up to this plane.
2-1. De La Cruz did catch up on it. Backing up is the second baseman, Westberg, on 2 hops. He retires Elly De La Cruz. He absolutely blasted that into the ground at 102 miles an hour. And Clase is 1 out away from ending this All-Star game.
Now, I want to say
1 out away. They're down by 2.
Baker was managing. Was that last year? That wasn't last year, was it? I'm just coming in. I think he closed that game out as well. He got the save. So Clase racking up some All-Star saves.
The American League all-time 47 and 44, and there's a ball.
Oh, that's going to be trouble.
Clase will pick it up and throw to first, and he didn't.
He did not get him.
It looked like it may have rolled foul.
Oh.
I mean, it was hugging the.
And now the tying run's coming to home.
One more second.
Yeah, it was definitely had. It was rolling along the edge, and then it had a turn towards foul territory, but Clase scooped it up right before.
Yeah, so Jackson Merrill is at first base, and because of that, the National League's going to bring.
I know, taking the Rangers are taking it to the Astros 2 of the 3.
Around, that's Brian Reynolds.
Hey, that's a hit for Mr. Merrill.
Off Clase. There you go. Here's the first one to Reynolds on the outside corner. Called strike 1 at 100.
Nice.
Well, that's what's always ridiculous about him. Like,
it should have been foul if he'd let it go. It looked like it was close.
100 on the black. That's rude.
2 down, 0-1 on the way. Reynolds
fouled it off.
Why wouldn't you be on a 100 mile an hour cutter? It's 0-2.
Tying run is at the plate, guys. 0-2 count to Reynolds.
Go slider.
Clase throwing gas, straight gas.
At 100. Hope for the best.
Oh.
Clase is ready. 0-2 swing.
Oh, he got him.
And that'll do it.
That's going to do it, guys.
Clase closes it out.
He closes it out.
And Bruce Bochy win the 2024 All-Star Game by a final score of 5-3.
5-3, guys.
I mean, just what you just see arms. I mean, it's like an octopus of cutters. They're just throwing one guy after the other.
What a game here, guys. What a game. Let's see if we can pull up some stats of the game here.
But overall, the pitchers, when you throw that hard and you
let's go AL. We won it again. Let's see if we can view the wrap.
Was able to catch up to one and a couple of big home runs, but mostly just watching the dominant pitching is just so impressive.
And the American League dominance continues. They won 13
Ohtani
in a row from
got it off the scoring with
the
NL with a home run.
Won 9 straight, now have made it 10 of 11. That's Clase.
Top performers, Ohtani, Soto, and Duran hit a 2-run shot as well, guys.
Reynolds for a strike 3.
Yeah, I mean, just great stuff, and you just see the respect, on the field, just how these players acknowledge and had fun. That's what the goal was. A lot of these managers, you want to win, you competed, but you also want to enjoy these moments. They may not come back around again. And they did just that. You could see that they had a lot of fun. They were interacting.
Let's see here.
And they were competing as well.
39 first-time All-Stars, including Paul Skenes. And he did his job in one inning, got a chance to face Aaron Judge. Ohtani homered. Baseball fans got a lot of what they wanted. They got
yeah, I
runs,
did
they got
definitely agree. I would have wanted Judge to have done better. So we're going to pull that off there. Kill the audio. Great stream, guys. But I do want to show something here at the end of this stream. So let me pull up this. I'm going to show you guys something here. Just want to do a little educational at the end of the stream. Great All-Star Game. We got a few days off before MLB starts back up on Friday. This is their break. Time for these guys to get a little bit of a break. Let me get this ready here. So let's see if we got this ready. Think so here. Alrighty. I thought I put it on that. So we'll hit 2. There we go. All right, guys. All-Star Game just wrapped up, but I do want to show everybody something. I'm going to clip this video. Let me hit record. Make sure we get recording. All right, guys. Starting it over here. Hey, KimbroNator here. We're going to. This is the end of the stream here. Doing the All-Star Game coverage. I do want to do a public service announcement and show guys. If you're new here on YouTube, you're looking for live sports content, be very, very careful when you're on YouTube looking for live sports. You'll see a lot of these live sports footage, like the real deal right here on these streams. So these are people that are hijacking the live TV coverage, and when they're showing it in stream, a lot of times in chat, they're posting links to watch the real stream. Do not click on those links, guys. I'm not going to click on that one to show you guys, but some like this one's probably already been taken. No, see it shows you there's a link to click on. They've already ended it. There's a lot of them going on here, guys, on YouTube. It's almost all your major sports. So if you're out there watching baseball, football, soccer, any sports out there, be very careful what you click on, because in those links, you fill out these forms and they tell you to buy, some subscription to some site or something. You're giving your credit card information to hackers. Just be very, very careful when you're out there and supporting a MLB TV. Okay? That is a hacker site. Just be careful out there. I probably rambled on quite a bit in this recording here, but hey, just want to make that notification. Support a small streamer. There's several guys like myself that cover these games live, and we don't charge you anything for that. These hackers, all they're after is your money. So be very aware. Thank you guys for watching this, and be sure to like, subscribe on the video, and drop a thumbs up. That helps small YouTube creators like myself and anybody out there. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Let us know how we're doing. So, guys, do what you do it well, and we'll catch you later. All right. Looks like I'm having some internet problems again. Good thing with cable. So, I'm going to kill the stream here, guys. That was my little video we did recording of. Let me see if chat is back up. Hey, good night. Thank you for stopping in and watching. I'll see you guys again at the next event. I appreciate each and every one of you. And do what you do, and do it well.